fans out to Edition Financial Arena's 12th annual Touch a Truck event, presented by Johnson's Wrecker Service and Duke Energy on March 8th from noon to 3 p.m. Located at Knights Plaza in front of the arena. Kids get a chance to hop in fire trucks, construction trucks, and more. Best of all, it's free. Visit EditionFIArena.com for info.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you. By comparing and finding the best rates, you could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 689-305-2853. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 689-305-2853. That's 689-305-2853.
I know what you're going to say. I'm not the type to sue. I get it. But you also weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't ask to be injured. You didn't ask for these medical bills. And you didn't ask for your car to be smashed up. Want to fight to hold them accountable? Just call Mo.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today by calling 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
We are professional grade at Orange Buick GMC. Online at orangebuickgmc.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The 3 best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane. It is Tuesday.
Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Lots to get to today. From Trump health fears explode to the asteroid threat was all a bunch of lies. And would you vote for the end of property taxes? Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can always watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right to the studio in real time. And it is, friends, a Share the Show Tuesday.
Share that show.
That means it's time for us to weaponize you as an audience, and feel free to hit the like button if you're watching over on youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. Go over to the website, send us a dispatch just to say hello today. That's how you put input in on the show, and that's sharing the show in a way, or just tell a friend about the podcast. It's as easy as that when you share the show on a Share the Show Tuesday. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday?
Good.
Not bad.
How are you?
Good. Yeah. I mean, it's just a nasty couple of days weather-wise, but, you know, it's okay. It's going to be beautiful after this. I don't know. I'm kind of getting into a more optimistic Sean space these days.
Here we go.
I don't know what's happening.
Every 3 months.
No, for real. Like now I'm going, Courtney's like, oh, it's gross again today. And Courtney's sick. She's not feeling well. She had something for the last couple of days that hit her hard. And she goes, it's gross outside today. I said, yeah, but you know, like the next week, it's going to be beautiful.
At least it's not lava.
Yes, I mean that's a positive thing, right? There's going to be some positive with the negative here, and I think that's something we have going on for us. So there we go. We'll see what you have going on in your world with your dispatches here today, and let's get started. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours, and we go to a lady on TikTok. And this lady, just so you know, is making a really bad decision. She's decided to film herself saying, well, these words. I'll try to pump this up because it's a little low. Here we go.
I promised myself I would avoid the news.
Okay, everybody who says that, just for the record, everyone who comes out goes, I said I would avoid the news.
Yeah, I've been under this rock. I mean, minus TikTok, where I probably get a lot of my news.
Have you guys had a friend who said, I'm disconnecting from the internet for a little while?
I've had them make that a Facebook post and then come back 4 days later.
Yeah. It's like the person who leaves Twitter, and I'm guilty of it once before, but they leave Twitter and they go, I'm never coming back to this cesspool. And then 2 weeks later, they're like, sup.
Hey, guys.
I did have a couple friends that said they were removing themselves from meta platforms.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe they're going to be on Blue Sky. I think one or two of them, but then just
okay. So if I was going to say, I don't know what it's about, if it's meta, but if it's going to Blue Sky, it's usually like some left wing. They don't like Trump people.
Well, it's partially that, but I think the blame on Meta was the lack of news correction now or something like that.
Oh, yes. All the other platforms are good to go, though. It's like, right. And especially Blue Sky, which has no budget for any of that stuff. So people say this a lot. They go, I am out of here. Sayonara, folks. I'm leaving. And she says, I said I was going to swear off news, but like haven't been great about that. She whispers. Sarah C. Roberts.
I would avoid the news.
But
obviously I haven't.
I haven't.
Here's my one thought. I mean, I have many thoughts.
What?
She says, I have one thought.
But I have many thoughts.
I have many thoughts. It's like she gets cost applied to her for the volume of the words she's saying.
Elon Musk.
Right across the throat.
We need to X him.
Okay.
And by X, I mean...
Oh, okay, thanks.
Formerly known as assassination.
All right, let me go back. Hold on.
Form?
Yeah, let me go back because we all talked over it here. She said, and it's hard to hear, she said, when it comes to Elon Musk, and she goes, finger across the throat from one side to another. It's what she,
Elon Musk.
Right there is an issue.
Like, we need to X him.
X him.
And by X, I mean... formerly known as assassination.
Okay, just for the record, you might have been able to eke away with we need to X him.
Yeah.
Like, I meant we need to share his post on X.com, his platform of choice.
I mean, tell me the next, part of this video is her explaining exactly how to murder him.
Right. What I want you to do is grab a knife. It's like,
Does she think that whispering on TikTok is just less people will hear it?
True.
Like TikTok is a subway that you're in line for?
Nobody's hearing us right now. This is between us gals. Here she goes.
And it's one from FBI is going to show up. I don't.
She said, if it's a warning, the FBI is going to effing show up. I don't. Arrest me.
Oh, God.
You don't have enough people to even investigate me at this point.
Okay, so now here's a flawed logic move here. She's suggesting that because Doge is like firing people out there, that she can do this kind of stuff. The IRS, if you say you're not paying your taxes, they can't even investigate you. You're good to go.
Enough of them. There's like one or two guys after all this.
No problem.
I haven't filed my taxes in like 8 years.
What is up with this girl?
No one's covered me. So I'm going to say it. Let's assassinate some.
Okay. so now,
much in one video.
What I find to be so funny to me is the U.S. attorneys saw this, and U.S. Attorney Ed Martin, who's like a Trump guy, he says, which attorneys shouldn't be, but he says, duly noted. Thanks for letting us know. We'll put you in the system. Talk soon, ma'am. # nobody is above the law.
Oh, he spelled ma'am wrong. Come on, dude.
Oh, he did. M-am. He did put M apostrophe A-M on the thing. But the thing I thought was funny was I feel like he's talking about taxes here. And I go, did you hear that whole thing? And then all you were like, man, you're not paying taxes for 8 years, lady? Whoa. Hey, that ain't going to happen around here. Folks, the internet is also kind of the real world. So just remember that when you say dumb things.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's been avoiding the news. Maybe she missed that news story about how you'll totally get arrested for putting that kind of content out.
I would also say if you're going to threaten to assassinate somebody or encourage others to assassinate somebody, you may even be, as you might have noticed here, less likely to get in trouble than if you admit to not paying your taxes for 8 years, okay? The IRS only needs one person. They'll go, God, my job is a lot easier today. Your account has Sarah C. Roberts as your TikTok name. There's not a lot of obfuscating of who you are. The cover-up is bad, okay?
In a world where government employees are being encouraged to write down 5 things they did this week, here's an easy check.
Everybody's list at the IRS.
I found Christina Roberts, and she hasn't paid taxes in 8 years.
Folks, I get it. If you get angry about something, you want to lash out, just don't do those 2 things. Say you're mad, say you believe in this or that. Instead, try to sway people in your direction. That's what it's all about. But don't say, it's like the country songs when they say we don't talk about politics, religion, and her, right? Because those are the conversations where things go south, that ex-girlfriend, politics, or religion. Well, in these cases, it's not paying your taxes and killing somebody. Those are the ones you probably want to stay away from. It's just a suggestion. Take it if you like it, but here we are.
Now, here's the thing. Elon Musk is not the president, so I'm sure that there'd be some people who would like the same treatment if she were to say the president's name in there instead of Elon.
Yes,
But I mean, I think right now we don't even know if he has an actual job.
No, just why put yourself on the radar like this, for God's sake? It's going to be easy, like Celine said, for some of these people. The other talk going on today is Trump okay? Health Watch 2025 Hand Edition.
The hands.
All right?
Oh, is he getting
Hand Edition?
political sausage fingers?
Well, that wouldn't be good. That would be a bad sign, and we'll take a look here in a second. But the first thing which I enjoyed was before the election, a lot of people who didn't like Trump were like, he's dementia Trump. He's just like Biden. He's losing it. And then they proceeded to the first couple of weeks in office go, he's moving too fast. He's doing too much. And you go, well, I guess you've moved away from that. But this is kind of interesting. I'm not a doctor. I want to hear from some doctors. What do you think? Much ado about nothing? Or is this like a thing that we should worry about here? Because people are worried about Trump's health because of something else now. This is what the story says from the Express. Meeting Donald Trump at the White House can be a bruising encounter for most world leaders at the best of times, but eagle-eyed observers have noted the U.S. president appeared to have picked up an injury himself. President is known for his strident handshakes, which is hilarious. I saw he had Macron from France at the White House yesterday.
Oh, really?
And he did this long handshake with him. Long, like, hold the hand, keep shaking the handshake. And they did a comparison of the last 3 times that he's met Macron, and they put a timer up. They were shaking hands for like 15 seconds or something, like vigorously.
Every time. Because is it a battle, you think?
It's how you establish your masculinity in the moment. You shake longer and tougher and squish them. And I don't know if this is because of doing that or because somebody else got him, but Trump's got this bruise on his hand. It's a big bruise on the back of his right hand, which looks to be like this yellowish bruisey
Who is zooming in
thing.
that far on his hands?
Just
Big
to get
lens.
that sweet little handhold moment there is what it is. They zoomed all the way. You can see
that looks like dead skin.
I could assume
over here it looks a little weird.
I'm like assuming from this angle that he was talking somewhere and that he was surrounded by photographers. And it looks like one of them might as well have been zoomed in right on his crotch. Like he's
you
leaning
zoom out
forward,
just a little bit. That's crotch.
But you have to be pointing at it by this point, guy.
Is it possible, C-Lane, you would be the one who maybe would know this, that the person who took this picture had a camera that was so powerful that you could zoom in anywhere and it still is like this level of clarity? Or
sure.
I think so.
Yeah, because I was wondering if they're like, we're purposely focusing on this because they saw that Trump has this bruise. It looks like a bruise. It looks like a significant bruise. Somebody said it looks like he had an IV. I don't know. I'll put it up on See It Now. We'll leave it to the folks who know more about this stuff to do the speculation. Seems like he's okay to me, but speculation is out there. It's mounting. Does he have a chronic health problem that requires frequent blood draws for testing or possibly to administer IV fluids? Question mark? Huh? When will we ever know? Getty Images was where this was. Some of the other folks in the comments saying, so, point being, I get bruised the same way when I get IV or blood drawn. I have rolling veins spelled wrong, and they are very small, so they don't blow very easily, and I don't take any drugs, and I'm not sick. So, samesies, I guess,
They blow very easy?
Like
I do too, yeah. Yeah,
Excuse
it's just some of us, we just, it just comes right out of us. It happens.
All right.
And this person does too. Rolling veins. You guys have rolling veins?
No.
Just kind of steep, I guess.
I got to tell you, the last time I went to do a blood draw, they were having a hard problem, and it always makes me feel like a pussy. It makes me feel like I'm
have
not
little veins.
Like I'm not lean enough, and my veins aren't sticking out enough that they can't find them, and I get embarrassed a little bit.
I thought that means you're dehydrated.
It probably did. Yeah. That was, and drinking makes you dehydrated, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're not supposed to drink at the doctor's office.
I tried not to. I did my best. I got to tell you, I'm going through this thing now I'm drinking so much less. Optimism, maybe that's part of the drinking so much less. Who the hell knows, man? Side effects coming out of the woodwork here. But one of them is I go, I'm going to be shedding some pounds not drinking as much. And problem is, I guess you bloat up before you get that victory lap.
Sometimes.
So I'm like a puffer fish here in the studio today. But you can diagnose me if you want. I know it's been done many a times.
Let's see the hands real quick.
My hands seem okay. Yeah, I mean, like not too much weird going on here. Like it seems like this is good. Only one of my part of my body where I'm like super confident that nothing's super wrong here. But I know that in the past I've seen, which makes this not quite as crazy to me. There was people who have been on reality shows. That Tariq guy, reality show home builder dude, and he's really into my hand. If you're watching over at youtube.com/thenewsjunkie. It was a show that was on, a reality show, home flipper show, and a doctor or a nurse was watching the show, they said there's like a
thyroid thing.
There was like a lump or something. Yeah, there's some sort of lump on this person, and they emailed into the show and they said this is an emergency, and whoever it was went and got help, and they were right, you know? So I don't know. Maybe this is something, maybe it's not. I doubt it, but we'll take a look here together. I'll put this up on See It Now while I'm blabbing right now.
I have something very surprising to let you guys know.
What?
Okay.
The TikTok account for Sarah C. Roberts doesn't appear to just be accessible at the moment. It's a big...
dang.
Couldn't find this account. Try browsing our trending creators, hashtags, and sounds.
I got to tell you, I have seen a lot of people just completely toasting their online social presence in the last 24 hours. For instance, at some point today, we're going to get to this woman.
Ew.
Use that term very loosely in this case.
She has a penis.
This woman who was arrested for, she's a habitual grocery store urinator.
Oh.
Who isn't these days?
And she's been going into public places.
Little Jackson's kind of like that lately.
He's allowed to, though. She's been going into these public places,
no,
this lady.
He's not, actually. Just want to... How many babies are peeing on my groceries?
He's wearing a diaper, just for the record. So he's better off and he's more secure. But this woman was not. And she was filming it for social media platforms. And somebody ID'd her in the thread that I saw. And so I go, all right, got to do a little show prep here, crack the knuckles. And I start looking for this woman's profiles. And she was nuking them. She was nuking everything one by one by one. And she was posting, she was posting herself doing this in many spaces. She was
why
really
nuke it after all that effort?
Oh, because it's evidence. She got arrested for doing it. Yeah, we'll get to that a little bit later on in the show. After lunch, how about that? That sounds like a good idea, I think. We'll talk about that very soon. I put the photo of Trump's hands so you can take a look, especially if you are in the health world, if you are a doctor, a nurse, or any of those things. Also, stand by, doctors and nurses. I want to talk to you about something. I want to get your vibes on something. And that is this larger movement here where it seems like, well, we went from old Luigi, who a bunch of people decided to applaud for murdering a father of several kids, and then unbelievable photo. We could talk about this a bit when we come back, of him when he was in his court appearance this past week. But now nurses and doctors are saying that more and more attacks are happening to them. There was just recently a big one that we'll talk about. Yeah. And there's also an action that some of these nurses and doctors are taking to combat this, which is really interesting. Lots of big questions on the other side of this, so stick with us. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
If you're going to give up your personal information to a giant, merciless corporation, might as well listen to something good. So tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash blocking multiple lanes on I-4 eastbound between Darrell Carter Parkway and State Road 535. Keep an eye out for an accident where Bronson Highway meets State Road 429. There's a crash on Econ Trail near Lake Underhill Road. Just travel with caution on the roadways here and move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk Podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk Podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Folks, I got to tell you something great. This is an amazing, amazing tip. If you are in need of somebody to help you out with your air conditioner, there's a company that is going to be, for once, honest. How about that? How about that? They're going to be honest to you. When you have a problem, they're not going to say, ooh, it's a $5 part, but we can charge $500 or $5,000 because these suckers won't know. No, this is a locally owned and operated company, a family owned and operated company. It's Mills Air, a company that's been around for a long time, over 30 years of experience keeping people just like you happy and nice and comfortable in their house. So give them a call after something happens at 407-277-1159. Or before you have an issue. Preventative maintenance can be amazing for homeowners. Have them look at your AC from top to bottom. 407-277-1159. You could always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Find them online at millsair.com.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Everyone deserves a fast and reliable connection. One that helps better their everyday through the things they value most. Friends and family, education and career. A connection that opens pathways to opportunity and builds roads to a better future. At Spectrum, we're committed to delivering just that every single day. Because with the right connection, anything's possible. That's Life Unlimited. That's Spectrum.
Tired of making the same weight loss resolutions every year? It's time to break the cycle. Get started with Mochi Health. Meet one-on-one with a board-certified obesity medicine doctor from the comfort of your own home and see if a GLP-1 medication is right for you. If so, we'll have it delivered straight to your door.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from my children. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just really happy that my kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them.
Start with our free quiz at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code 2025radio to get $40 off your first month. Begin your journey with Mochi Health at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
Facing an injury is tough, but choosing the right attorney shouldn't be. I'm Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney. With my zero-fee guarantee, you won't pay a single dime unless we get you money for your injuries. No hidden costs, no upfront fees, just dedicated, hardworking lawyers when you need them the most. Why wait? If you're injured on the go, visit justcallmo.com or give us a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. It's that easy.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
So cool, thank you.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure. But your favorite podcast, that amazing playlist you made for free, even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like Freeform Radio and Alternative Rewind.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
The game of magnets, taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
And you know how you can really share the show today? If you're with us on iHeartRadio, make this station that you're listening to the show on a preset. It's so easy. It's free. Obviously, it takes like 5 seconds of your time, if that. Just make it a preset, the station you're listening to, or the News Junkie podcast, and then it'll be right there on your home screen.
Oh, yeah, it's so easy.
Handy dandy, ready to go. Like, this is one of those things that you do for us, plus it does something for you. It's like saying, hey, you could do us a favor by making us number one on your preset in your car, but it also makes it easy for you to listen to the station. Just do that over on iHeart. We'll get to you and your dispatches in just a moment. But a lot of people have been cheering on old Luigi, the guy who shot and killed the healthcare CEO. What, on account of there seems to be a sizable amount of the public, especially people online, who cheer on people who kill people on account of the politics are right or whatever.
Porn.
It's real dumb and real bad. And I saw, let me see if I can find this. There was a shot of Luigi Mangione as they were going to bring him into the courtroom. Here it is right here. It's very quick, but it shows the gaggle of people, and it's almost exclusively young women, all waiting like in this, almost like a fan zone.
Isn't he? Yeah.
I don't know. But all the people who are waiting at the courthouse in like this area where the public could gather, it was all of these like young women who were waiting for old Luigi, from what I could tell from a couple people posting this around. So a fan club there. He's almost the top person on WikiFeet at the moment, because you could see his penny loafers and his feet in one of the shots from the courtroom with the cuffs around his ankles and stuff. Oh. And there's just a lot of people who seem into this guy, even though he murdered somebody. And I happen to take the radical stance of being against murdering most people. Not all, but most.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some.
You're against murderers.
Most people. There's some exceptions to the rule. Like, I don't care about the person who murdered Osama bin Laden. Based, solid, high five, good. You know,
also very high up there on the wiki feet.
Yeah, he does. Believe it or not, very tall guy, very big old feet that he had. But Luigi probably took him over here recently. My concern goes further beyond you weirdos who go, well, the healthcare insurance sucks in our country, so of course it's okay to murder the CEO. Mostly because you don't know how healthcare works and you're mad at things that you've read online that aren't actually true experiences of how the healthcare system operates in this country. Or because you have an anecdotal story that actually affected you in a terrible way, and that's fueling you. The second of which is fine. I think I get it. I understand that. I understand that scenario. Somebody dies in your family, they're not treated well, you could be pissed. But we have to refrain from getting violent, folks. And I say this with all of the peace and love in the world, because it seems like attacks on nurses, doctors, folks who work in the ICU are on the rise. And I'd love to hear.
ICU?
Oh, well, that one in particular makes maybe the most sense, but I'll get to that in a second here. I want to raise this question to anybody who's listening who works in healthcare at any level. If you have had this position, if you've been aggressively approached or attacked by anybody, and what is your story? Hit us up, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, or send us a video or audio dispatch on thenewsjunkie.com. Now, for the ICU, we can go over to what happened just a little while ago in, was it Pennsylvania? A man took hostages in a Pennsylvania hospital. This is according to time.com. During a shooting that killed a police officer and wounded 5 other people. This highlights the rising violence against U.S. healthcare workers and the challenge of protecting them. Diogenes Archangel Ortiz, 49, carried a pistol and zip ties into the ICU at Pennsylvania's UPMC hospital and took staff members hostage Saturday before he was killed in a shootout with police. The attack also left a doctor, nurse, custodian, and 2 other officers wounded.
And they said his motive was the healthcare system.
They said the man apparently initially targeted the hospital after he was in contact with the intensive care unit earlier in the week for medical care involving somebody else.
Wow.
Such violence at hospitals is on the rise, often in emergency departments, but also maternity wards, intensive care units, hospital security consultants, et cetera, et cetera. Celine, tell me if this rings a bell with you, but I've seen this before. I've seen it myself. Maternity wards. The reason they bring that up is because when somebody is in the process of giving birth to their child, every family member is on high alert, and every family member wants to make sure that their loved one is getting the absolute best care ever.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not, you rage.
That's any hospital stay, I think, but that one's particularly special.
Yeah, I think so. I think people go, what's going on? We're not getting enough attention. This is not working right. We hit the button. Why aren't you here? I'll bring you back to my experience.
It ramps it up, and it's even more fun for everybody when one of those family members is in the medical profession.
Yes, right. That's an excellent point, actually, because then they know what should or should not be happening. It provides even more anger and fuel to the situation. But when I was young, I was at my house one day, And my father, who had some medical problems in his 40s and 50s, but not too much. And I never saw the man cry, I don't think, in my life other than this. And he goes into my room and he says, "Sean, you got to take me to the hospital." And I was maybe 19 or 20, and I had been out drinking the night before. And I'm like, what is it? And I didn't want to deal with it. And I said, oh, okay. And he goes, I'm hurting. You have to take me to the hospital. And he's like grabbing his side. And I go, okay, well, what's up? So I drive his Jeep, also unheard of. He would not let anybody else in the world drive his car, but he was hurting too much to drive. So I drive my father's Jeep to Palms West Hospital, I believe, or the hospital in West Palm Beach. And we pull in, and I bring my dad into the emergency room. And he sits down, and he's just doubling over in pain. And I go and get the stuff. We fill out all the paperwork. The emergency room's full of a bunch of losers, as it always is, and people who don't necessarily need to be there. And my father doubles over and, like, hits the ground. And he's like, whatever it is, this pain is hitting him. And I go up to the counter. I'm like, I don't know what you got to do. You know, voices raised. And they're like, well, whatever needs to be done, my dad needs to get in there now. He's doubling over in pain, right? And the woman goes, sir, I'm going to need you to relax. And I go, this is going to get worse. This is only going to get worse from here.
You threatened them?
Yeah, I just didn't know what to do in that moment. My dad's over here crying. My dad doesn't do this. And I just want to solve this problem somehow. And they go, okay. And they come out and they put my dad on the stretcher and they bring him in, right? From there, healthcare mess, but we don't need to start talking about that necessarily. But I understand the explosion of anger when it's somebody that you love, somebody that you care about. But we can't do that. We cannot do that to nurses and doctors. And we cannot, I understand the passion, but we cannot do this. We cannot say that the healthcare system in this country is broken. So guess what? Not only is the healthcare CEO a fair target, but all these people, all of them, they're all killing us. They're doing it on purpose, right?
How are you going to fix something when it's not there anymore? I mean, you think that your loved ones are in danger now. How about going into a hospital and you can't get any help because people have been killed, don't want to go to work? I mean, they're already overworked. Imagine now on top of that, the threat of a deranged person coming in and shooting up the place.
You have a teacher shortage in a lot of places right now. Why? Because the administration sucks in most places. They don't defend the teachers, and the teachers fear violence from the students. You think you want that? And the pay thing, too. But you think that exists on the lower levels in healthcare, too. But you think you want that in the healthcare system? You go in and it's like Canada or England. You're like, you got a problem? You're hurting really bad? Next Thursday is the best we can do. We cannot attack our healthcare workers. We cannot do this. We have to stop this kind of nonsense. This happened in Pennsylvania. Another story about Palms West, which was a hospital where I grew up, where they said several hospital staff, visitors, and drivers dialed 911 begging for help as Lilama Lal, a nurse, was brutally attacked by a Baker-acted patient. And all these 911 calls show this moment where, and in fact, I might be able to bring up some of these up in this report, where this nurse was being attacked and everybody called 911 to say, hey, it's happening again. Something's going down here. We got to make sure this person's okay.
It's pretty interesting. Like I saw an infographic, I guess we'll call it, or meme, as the kids call it. And it was like attack a cop, you get arrested. You attack, there's like two other ones. Was it a teacher or elderly person? You get arrested. But attack a nurse and it's like nothing happens.
That's crazy. That's insane to me. We have to protect these people. We have a problem when one of the things that I'm hearing is that nurses are starting to wear body cams like they're cops because people are so angry over this whole thing. Let's go to the story. I think these are the 911 calls right here.
Whoa. Yo, you've called 911. What is your emergency?
What the hell is this?
I don't know. It's supposed to be playing the 911 call. Give me a second. Maybe that was a pre-roll ad that, like, did not play.
Tuesday, several hospital staff, visitors, and drivers dialed 911 begging for help. Panic filled the hospital as several callers described the suspect and sought help for the nurse. Those inside the hospital describing the scene.
It's chaos. It's absolute chaos.
Following last Tuesday's brutal attack in Palm West Hospital.
I'm on the third floor. There's some guy in here that's nuts.
Fear swept through the building after suspect Stephen Scantlebury roamed the hospital.
Yes. Okay.
Somebody is attacking us.
Where in the hospital? Oh, my God.
All right, you get the point. You see what's going on here at some of these places, which is why I want to open it up. I want to hear from you healthcare professionals. What are your experiences with this? Would you feel, I mean, imagine that our answer to all of this is like, hey, nurses have to wear body cams. Like, do we want to live in this world? Do we want to live in this world where we have nut jobs and crazy people, but instead of fixing that, we make everybody like, make themselves impenetrable or like put body cams on them so we can record every movement they engage in? That's crazy.
Still going to get hurt, but I guess we'll capture the whole thing on footage.
I hate that. I think that we need to make sure that this kind of thing is really, really punished in the most severe of ways. But what do you think? Let us know. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch right now. When we return, we'll get to a couple of your emails. And also, another detail that has people talking about the #1 show on Netflix right now, that Gabby Petito docu-series. We forgot to address this yesterday, but it was an interesting choice. So we'll hit on that real quickly when we come back. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
Meteorologist Brooks Garner, and we are looking forward to the sunshine coming out in full force before the sunset tonight. What a dreary last couple of days it's been, but much needed rain has fallen. We're going to top out today around 72 degrees. Hard to picture, but it'll be nicer. And tomorrow, even beautifuler than this. Is beautifuler a word? We'll go with it. 77 degrees. Highs around 80 on Thursday. We've got a nice dry stretch ahead, so hopefully you got enough rain to keep the gardens happy. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Taking a Walk podcast.
I'm Buzz Knight, host of the Taking a Walk podcast. Step with us into the world of music. I bring you up-close conversations with new and legendary musicians. For one of the best music interview podcasts, listen to Taking a Walk on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Galen College of Nursing is opening a new campus in Orlando, bringing our now approach to nursing education to Central Florida. Our newest location will offer student-centric campus design and clinical technology, private study spaces, and the on-demand academic resources you need to help make your nursing education journey a success. We'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu/Orlando.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today by calling 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything. He was a crazy man.
He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Hey, Daydreamer. Did we catch you thinking about your dreams? With Wells Fargo Premier, a team can help you plan for them. So let's imagine your biggest dream. Not the easy one, the one behind it. The one you work towards every day and every night. Can you see it? Then we can help you plan for it. Ready to start planning for your dreams? You can at wellsfargo.com/getpremier.
Scott for Scott's here. Your lawn is meant for all things bonus. Bonus relaxing, bonus playing, bonus beauty. But when dollar weed and clover are popping up everywhere, it's time to start cutting them back with Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S. It kills dollar weed and clover and feeds your grass so it grows thick and strong to crowd out future weeds. Now that's worth some bonus points, eh?
Get a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Bonus S today. It's guaranteed or your money back.
Feed your lawn. Feed it.
It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard. With a qualifying plan, you can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. Dial pound 250, you say the keywords Pure Talk, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
The countdown is on to our iHeart Podcast Awards.
Live at South by Southwest.
Creativity, knowledge, and passion will all be on full display.
Watch March 10th on iHeartRadio's YouTube and Facebook, and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America.
And the iHeart Podcast Award goes to...
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, plus podcasts and originals, all in one easy app. Audible, there's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or two or four. You're listening.
Sean, please tell us about the TNJ event. Please stop keeping us in suspense, says the Stepapy.
No.
It's going to have to be a no for now. It's just like, not for long. I think we're good.
I say we never say anything about it.
That's a bad strategy. It's a real bad business strategy right there.
Just the date, and we call it Trust Us.
We have got an event coming up. We could tell you that much. And you got a while before this event. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this. It's going to be one of the bigger events, probably the biggest event we've ever done. But not everything is fully ready. I don't even know if we have contracts signed or anything yet. But
no.
I would say probably in the month of March. I would suggest that in the month of March we can announce that and tell you about it, but not right this second.
Okay, you just bought us like 4 days.
Yeah, that's next week.
No, I didn't. You know how the month of March works? I didn't say the March 1st. I didn't say March 2nd.
Okay, you bought us 35 days. You're right.
That's right. Isn't that a lot more days? That's a long time. And you know what we can do when those days expire, C-Lane?
What's that?
Buy some more.
I'm not saying we're going to do that. I'm just saying this is a potential strategy. All right. We're going to hear from you. A lot of people are chiming in about the healthcare situation, moving from the Luigi celebration stuff to people now attacking nurses and doctors, and the attack in Pennsylvania where this guy was so upset by the care his loved one got in the ICU.
By the way, and tell me if you kind of agree with this, because I know that when the Luigi thing first happened, and there were a bunch of these people who were like, "Oh yeah, look at that, Luigi, good guy. Good. Guess what? No, if you saw anything, no, you didn't. Luigi did nothing wrong. Blah blah blah." And that was like then when it happened, and it was gross.
Mm-hmm.
People are still posting stuff like that.
Yeah,
like today, yesterday, posting
When did that
stuff.
happen again? End of last year, beginning
yeah,
of this
I think
year?
so. I think end of last year, but I'm not sure. It could have been the beginning of this year. It feels like it's a little further away from that. Maybe we can look that up. The United Healthcare CEO shooting.
Do you not find that even more gross? That like you're like, oh, not only did you post this when it happened and when it was in the news, but this guy is just, you have made room for him in your head to continue to praise the horrible killing that he did.
People like the guy. People don't care. They think it was justified because, as I have said so many times on this show, the American people are very different. They're different than they are in most countries, and this is very, very focused on people who are engaged in politics. People who are engaged in politics will tell you things like, I care about black people, but they care about black people with the same political opinions that they have. I care about people in wheelchairs, but not Madison Cawthorn because, that guy sucks. And you could go on down the line with everything that you think of after that. And the same is true for things like this. When it comes to murder, they'll go, well, murder is bad. Guns are bad. But if they like the outcome, then things change. And I just happen to think that's a really bad thing. And there's a lot of it online, not in the real world. Like, you're not encountering actual human beings out in the real world that are thinking this stuff.
Until the crazy person who reads it online does the thing in the real world.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle.
That legitimately happens. There's a lot of people like that. And as I said earlier, people are prone to get angry at the healthcare system, especially when there are individual circumstances that affected their lives. So, and I've been on both sides of this. I told you the story about when I went to the emergency room and my father was hurting. He was never like this. And I said, get him some help in the emergency room. Finally, they got him some help because he was
This is going to get worse. I'm going to raise my voice.
I didn't know what to say. I was just like saying things out loud and going, maybe this will work. And it got some attention.
You're lucky they didn't take that as a legitimate threat and handcuff you.
But I've been in the ICU, and I'll tell you a personal story here very quickly that I think ties into this. I was in the ICU one time. My father and my sister were both next to me. My mother at the time was struggling with her second bout of cancer, and she had decided that because of the chances, she did not want to go through the chemotherapy process and all of that again. And, she had made her decisions, right? And she, at home, got very sick all of a sudden out of nowhere, and they had to rush her to the hospital. And when they rushed her to the hospital, my mother went into the ICU, and as we're all sitting in the waiting room, the doctors come in, and one of the doctors made a big mistake. One of the doctors says, within earshot of my father, she's lost a lot of blood. What really is the point of giving her a huge blood infusion right now when she's probably going to die in the next couple of months anyway?
My God.
And my dad got very upset.
I think that's a reasonable reaction. Is that, ethical? Like, they can lose their license for that kind of talk, right?
I agreed with the doctor.
I not surprised.
I agreed with the doctor. My dad got very upset, and I know why my dad got very upset. I agreed with the doctor in that moment because I said, I can see my mom is not feeling any pain right now. She's like completely out, unconscious. This just was the end of it. But my dad, and you guys can understand why, obviously got very upset. I knew I had limited time, but not this limited time, you know?
So to me, it's kind of an odd feeling. And I know that the alternative would be much worse, right? The alternative to bringing your mother in when she was, declining in health like that. But it's odd to think that, all right, you've made this decision that you're not going to go for the cancer treatment, right? You've done that already before. You know what the chances are. You've weighed the pros and cons. You go, I'm not going to get the cancer treatment. I still have to go in for treatment and stuff. It just feels like once you made that decision, I think sometimes the doctors go, hey, we paved the way for you here and you didn't want to go that direction.
Yeah.
And it's a very dark thing to have to say out loud.
Yeah.
That particular person at that time felt that was a waste of perfectly good blood.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but I understood all inputs. You know what I mean? I understood where everybody was coming from, and I didn't say anything to my father because I'm not going to. What do you think I'm going to do? Get into a debate with him? And actually, Dad, I'm not going to do that. This is a very bad idea. That's a terrible idea. But
I was so relieved that you said that because part of me went, the doctor's not that wrong.
Yeah, that's just how I felt in that moment. I said, this is a thing that's going to happen, but. Of course, my father didn't want to let go. And that's what happens to so many people who go through the healthcare system. And that's why they take out their anger sometimes on the people that practice this every day and they think that they're callous. But we'll see what you think. We'll get to some more of your dispatches on this in just a moment. The Gabby Petito Netflix documentary series that's out right now. One thing I forgot to talk about that was they had a lot of diary entries from Gabby Petito, and they wanted to work them into the timeline and the narrative that they were making. This, of course, this van life YouTuber girl who goes missing with her boyfriend, fiance. He ends up killing her, and then his parents cover up the whole thing. Insanity. Still can't believe there were no charges against those parents. There should be, et cetera, et cetera. But when they were doing the documentary, they said, and now, Gabby, in her own words. And they used AI.
I forgot that.
Did they?
They used AI.
They have a lot of her voice from the blogging.
Yep, and they took the voice from those YouTube videos that they had and the recordings that they had, and they made an AI of her and had it read her diary entries. And her family says it was weird to watch that.
You don't say.
Yeah. That would be very strange to hear that person's voice again. I think it's weird, and because we know her actual voice, it's a little off. It's just hard to hear, she told The Independent. Netflix made it clear from episode 1 that they would be using it. They said Gabby Petito's journal entries and text messages are brought to life in this series in her own voice using voice recreation technology, a.k.a. AI.
Did Netflix indicate whether or not they sought the approval of Gabby Petito's family before they did that?
I imagine if they have the diaries.
Yeah, they must have, because they had the diaries, they had the video footage, and they had the stuff that we would have to assume would be in the parents' possession.
But it'd be a real slap in the face if, the parents are like, here's the diaries, here's her video footage, please do right by her. And then they turn on the docu-series, and it's like, here's Gabby's AI voice. That'd be a real shocking move.
Yeah, turn it off. Kev on YouTube says, we watched the Gabby Petito docu-series on Netflix. It was really good. Now we're watching the OJ docu-series, and somebody who was only 8 years old when OJ happened, is that somebody that age, it's been infinitely more interesting. That is very popular right now, too. I'll never cease to be amazed at the extending popularity of all things to do with OJ Simpson in that case.
It doesn't stop.
No, it's like, haven't we heard everything now? No, new generations haven't. So they rehash it, and the Netflix crowd goes, oh, wow, this is super interesting. So that's been very big as well. Okay, we'll get into these emails momentarily. We'll check in on the Pope And when we come back, DoorDash, there are some things that need to be said, and those will be said next. Stick with us. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your 30 seconds of airtime awaits. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Multiple lanes are blocked on Orange Blossom Trail southbound between Tap Vineland Road and Central Florida Parkway. Emergency crews are clearing up that accident on I-4 westbound. Expect slowdowns between Darrell Carter Parkway and State Road 535. Move over and slow down if you see crews or police activity on the roadways there. Keep an eye out for an accident on Bronson Highway near State Road 429. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
This week on Red Pilled America, we tell the story of radio icon Glenn Beck by focusing on what could be his most enduring legacy, one that almost no one has highlighted until now. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America, a storytelling show.
This is Ben Bullen from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know.
Future Health connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, along with support from a trusted network of over 6,000 providers and pharmacies nationwide.
Just go to tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com and find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Hush, little baby, yes, you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
With a Florida 529 prepaid plan, you can save for your little one's future. Plans start at $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Tired of making the same weight loss resolutions every year? It's time to break the cycle. Get started with Mochi Health. Meet one-on-one with a board-certified obesity medicine doctor from the comfort of your own home and see if a GLP-1 medication is right for you. If so, we'll have it delivered straight to your door.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from my children. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just really happy that my kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them.
Start with our free quiz at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code MCORadio to get $40 off your first month at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Camping World Stadium this Saturday. Brought to you by BKT Tires, Morgan & Morgan, and your local Ford dealers.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
Just come on. It's over. It's done. It's got to be a big change in the world. We'll talk about what should happen there in just a moment. If you miss any of the show today or ever, subscribe to the podcast. Where's the podcast, Sean? Well, it's on the website. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, and subscribe on iHeart. Make this station and our podcast a preset, so it's right there on top of your iHeart app. Thank you for doing that. DoorDash is it's just the worst, honestly. I've found a new thing that I like to do, all right? And this has worked really well. Go
get your own food?
Yes, but follow me on this, okay? So we actually used DoorDash yesterday for the first time in, I think, 3 or 4 months, and I'll never use it again. The reason we used it yesterday was because Courtney was not feeling well, and it was raining, it was nasty and stuff. Said, okay, fine, let's just do this. But every time it's either a bad experience or it's just insanely expensive. They take the menu prices, they hike the menu prices way up. They don't really tell you about that. They add all kinds of fees. They don't even give all the fees to the driver, which is insanity, absolutely crazy. It's not good for mom and pop stores really in the long run. And the drivers kind of suck sometimes. Like the guy last night who picked up our order and we go, cool, he's right around the corner. He's got our order. And then he proceeded to sit in a parking lot for 27 minutes.
Bye.
When I called him on his DoorDash app, he said, yeah, I'm waiting for 2 other orders that I'm going to pick up, and then I'm going to drop your order off because
you're not priority.
I can make the most all at one time. And I'm like, okay, I paid $47 for 2 people to eat kava. This seems a bit ridiculous, friend. And then he hurried up and came over to the house. When he comes over to the house, the seal on the bag is halfway ripped, and it looked like somebody might have reached into the bag, so then I don't want to eat any of it, right? So chaos. It's all terrible. Here's what's better. Take my advice on this. I promise you, you will thank me in the long run. Every single time you are about to use DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of those things, just go directly to the company, whether they have an app or a website or whatever, and order directly from them and go pick it up. I know it's a pain. It's not the greatest to get in the car and do it. But every time you do that, make a note of how much money you sent and deposit it in something. A savings account, a Robinhood account might be fun. Each time you do that, you're saving like $20. Put $20 over in a Robinhood account and invest it in something. And then each time you do that, you'll go, wow, look, my balance over here is going up further and further and further. All of a sudden, I'm realizing how much money I was spending on this service that wasn't really doing great by the drivers or anything and was just kind of milking everybody in the world out of more money. It's crazy that this happens.
And then you become a DoorDash driver because you see how easy it is to. You know where I'm going with that, right?
You could, I guess. And I'm not hating on the DoorDash drivers. Do you. Make your money. Do your thing. But I'm saying for everybody else's personal finance, it's nutso. It's so crazy. Brandon on YouTube says, you get really good deals on the apps, too. You really do. If you go directly to the companies themselves, there's so many better deals and things that you could save on. Courtney is like the ninja at that when she's not sick. But she's the best at that. And taking that
you're
money,
blaming her because your DoorDash thing went bad?
No, it's not her fault. And she doesn't have flu A. I think she just got a real bad
flube,
head cold, some sort of head cold going on. Like some sort of overall cold, but I don't think it's the flu.
Yeah, all this damn back and forth with the weather. I can imagine people are getting sick.
A lot of people are all over the place right now. Okay, we're going to get to you real quick. Your emails. You're talking about Doge. You're talking about people getting fired. Let's see what you have on your mind. Jane emails tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Afternoon, Sean. I heard the segment you did about Doge and the Musk firings. I thought I could give a little perspective on what's happening at the Department of the Interior. Ooh. That includes the Fish and Wildlife Service, National Park Service, Forest Service, etc. I'm retired from FWS, but I still have many friends who are working there. What Musk and his henchmen have done, rather than looking at value, as you've suggested, is to look for employees who are probationary. Probationary periods come when you are first hired and last a year. They also come when you get promoted or take a different position in the same or another agency or location. Flag on the field. That is, in a good way, I mean, that is a big part of the problem, because probationary periods could mean these are like low-level employees that just started who haven't proven themselves yet. Or they could simply mean that they move from one spot to another. If you work somewhere for 20 years, switch to another position, and now you're a probationary employee, and then you get canned as a result of that, that's not a good outcome. That doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I agree. They also come when you get promoted to a different position in the same or agency or another location. So you can have an exemplary employee with outstanding performance reviews that may even be within a few years of retirement becoming probationary. These employees receive letters saying they were terminated by noon or close of business that day for poor performance, despite having excellent performance reviews. This is just wrong. I was even told by a friend that at least one employee committed suicide as a result. This, according to this emailer. The mass firing will have massive effects for many years. I agree to get rid of the shaft, but not the meat, the backbone of the agencies, says Jane in Florida. I'm not in disagreement. I think that this is like a once in a maybe generation opportunity to finally trim away at fat in government, which nobody else seems willing to do. But I agree, like targeting this, being smarter. There's no, why is there a rush? What is the rush? Take 6 months. Take a long time. Sit there and go, let's be as effective as we can.
Now, slash,
I don't
chainsaw.
Slash.
I don't want to just try to be as quick as possible. I want to be as effective as possible. Quick is good. Effective is better. So I would like if they took some time, evaluated all of the things, and then made the right decisions moving forward. And
Chop it up ASAP now.
That includes some of the stuff like getting rid of no-bid contracts, getting rid of cost-plus contracts, which are nuts. Nobody knows about this stuff. For instance, if you have, like I have a construction project underway in my neighborhood. Oh, a nightmare.
It doesn't stop.
Doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. I walk down the road that's been destroyed by this construction project, which wasn't so bad to begin with. They're doing some underground stuff. It doesn't look like anything's happening. People are dragging their ass. Not
the pipes, man. They got to fix the pipes.
Yeah, we assure you, Sean, it's all happening down there underground. You just can't see the progress. Right. What happens in a lot of these cases, they bid a cost-plus deal. And so they say, we will fix this road. And all it will cost you is this low amount plus whatever costs it costs us to do this project. But then what is the pressure point for a company doing that to wrap things up in a faster way, to beat deadlines? Nothing. So you have people who just show up each day, work for a couple hours, lean back on the machinery, stretch a 2-month project into a 20-month project, and then afterwards they go, cost plus contract, here's what you owe us for all of this labor for an additional 18 months. That is bad, dumb. We should be saving money. We should not just be tossing this out to these companies. Okay. Anyhow, over to Brandon, who talks about this. Sean, it's crazy to see how upset people are getting with the Doge cuts. Currently, the U.S. government pays over $800 billion yearly in interest payments alone to maintain our national debt. And that is crazy. I agree. If a family's in debt and wishes to get out of it, they have to make sacrifices. I'm not somebody who ever voted for Trump in any primaries, but did against Harris. I personally think he's a jackass. Other than my children, the thing I love most in this country is hunting. One of the recent cuts Doge has made is the Bureau of Land Management and the firing of thousands of forest workers. While upsetting, I understand that by reducing the national debt, it's better for our future, they said. I recently listened to an interview of a forest worker who was cut and received a severance package and expects to get his job back if deemed necessary. Trump is a businessman. He doesn't care about winning another election, which means he can legitimately make good business decisions with an IDGAF attitude about who he upsets, says Brandon. There you go. You can weigh into tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Before we hear from more of you, which we will indeed do in due time, I want to tell you about a story that's being floated around out there. This is especially in the state of Florida, where the governor has backed the proposal to eliminate property taxes in Florida. So Governor Ron DeSantis has said, we're considering this. Don't get too excited. This would have to be an amendment, and we know how amendments work.
Ooh, fun, yeah.
Oh, what is it going to be coupled off with, too?
58% of the people go, yeah, and then 42% win.
Not enough.
Wait, hold on. That ain't fun. This doesn't make any sense. So it would have to get 60% of the vote, and it would be an amendment that would go up for voting. But it would be the possibility of eliminating property taxes in Florida.
And where would we be making up for that money?
That's an excellent question. Property taxes are county-wide usually. That's where property taxes are done. Property taxes go to fund things like that road project I told you about, or schools, or various other things in your area that you may or may not use, which is kind of important. Property taxes are also a way in a lot of progressive cities in particular where they try to make it so you never really own anything, do you? All right? You buy that house, you pay it off, but then the property taxes go from $400 a month to $600 a month to $1,000 a month to $2,000 a month, and now you're paying the equivalent of a rent or a mortgage to pay the property taxes. So I don't like that situation either, to say the least. But C-Lane is right. If we use the property taxes to pay for the schools, and the kids can't read as we are now, how do we replace that money? And answers are short in supply right now, but I want to see what people think. And where does this end up? Like, is this a political thing? Is this a homeowner versus renter thing? Property taxes, what do you think? Should they be eliminated? Let us know with your emails or dispatches.
Do we have any examples or any test cases of communities or states or areas that have eliminated property taxes and flourished? Or
I don't think so.
Or
Hang on.
what the repercussions were? I could see some.
No states have zero property taxes.
Cool.
Be the first.
All right.
Numero uno, baby.
This will go well.
I like it.
I know that there's some cases, and I think you can get around certain things like this, but where you if you wanted to buy a cheap piece of property and then you realize the piece of property is cheap because the back taxes owed on it are in the 5 or 6 figures, and you go, why would I even do that? And then nobody buys the property, or whatever happens to it. But there's times like that where something like this could be a good thing. But overall, I would want the answer, if my money is not going to the government in this fashion, where are you taking it from in other ways?
Well, here's what I would do, all right? If given the opportunity, here's what I would do. I would take, you guys know what the homestead exemption is? You probably know, Celine, right?
Yeah.
Or Sabrina knows too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a thing where if you're filing your taxes, you can claim one house as your homestead, and you get pretty decent tax benefits from doing that.
Right.
Well, I think we should extend the homestead tax exemption, personally, to be very, very, very low property taxes for anybody who owns one. Solamente uno property. If you own one property, you do not have to pay as significant amount of property taxes. The more properties you own, I think the more that should come up in the amount of property taxes that you pay.
Well, the homestead one is basically just telling you, hey, you pay less for the one that you actually live in.
Yes, and but I think that should be altered to be you have one domicile. That's it, that you can lock into this. The property taxes on that will be limited. Then you have some corporation, let's say, that gobbles up 450 homes. I think they should be taxed to high heaven because they're turning it into a business, not homes that human beings can occupy in the area. That's my thought on this. I don't know if that would work financially.
Sean's going to run for city commissioner.
I'm not smart enough to do the math on that.
Did you go last night?
No, to that hearing? No, that's not the big one. I'm going to the one where Patty Sheehan's going to be there.
All right.
I'm going to be to the one that actually matters for the situation in my neighborhood here. The one last night was for these unelected folks who just want to take the temperature, and there's enough mad people. Yeah,
they turned off the comments on the Facebook group, so they're like, "We've got to meet in person.
That'll be perfect."
I'm looking at a still picture of this meeting, and it looks.
Was it who?
Oh, made the news?
It's a room with tiled walls with nothing on them. It just looks so bleak.
Send me that. Send me that.
All right, yeah.
And by the way, I wonder if this is how local government is best work. I wonder if this is how things should most efficiently happen in these neighborhoods. I don't know if this is the best way, but in my neighborhood, if you don't know, they're trying to, a little ways away from this residential neighborhood, many residential neighborhoods, build a giant hobo castle where it'll be like one of the biggest homeless shelters in the country. It's an absolute experiment that they're trying to conduct.
It has a lot of beds.
Has over 350 beds is what they would want to do. We already have issues with this in our area. It's nutso. We don't need this to begin with, and it's a terrible idea. And for the first time in my life, I'm like, okay, fine. I'll fight. I'll put the sign in my yard.
I saw the sign in your yard.
I'll go fight the good fight. I'll see what I could do because, as I've said previously, recently here on this show, I have had a come to Jesus moment where I've said there are people out there who are nice, good people, empathetic. They're drawn forward by all the right reasons, but they have horrific ideas, which will just be an experiment on everybody else. And you have to, in the nicest way possible, take all power away from them so that you don't have to have the quality of your life worsened. This is one of those scenarios. So, yeah, I didn't go to that last night. I'm interested in reading this story. Thank you for sending that, Seelan. We'll take your thoughts on all of this. Go ahead. Scuba says, if there's no tax money for public schools, privatization of schools will ensue. Is that good or bad?
Oh, depends on how
I don't know.
much.
Is that good or bad? We do a thing all the time as Americans where we say, this is the way we've been doing it, so this is the best way to do it. Look at outcomes. Would that be good or would that be bad? And let me know what you think. Send a dispatch over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, friends, the Asteroid. Oh, we have another update in the world of the Asteroid. How are things looking? Is it deadlier or is it less deadly? Are we going to be blown to smithereens? Should we head to space to blow it up? What's the latest with the Asteroid? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. We say words, you listen. You can call and say words too. It's really just that easy. The Jim Colbert Show, weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
Emergency crews are still working on that accident on I-4 westbound between Darrell Carter Parkway and State Road 535. Traffic still slowing down on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after. State Road 429 there. There's an accident slowing down traffic on Orange Blossom Trail between Tap Vineland Road and Central Florida Parkway. Travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The city of Tavares is throwing a street party, and everyone's invited for planes, tunes, and barbecue this Friday and Saturday. Join the Jim Colbert Show when they broadcast live from Wooten Park in Tavares this Friday from 3 to 7. Live music with Maggie Baugh on Friday and the Shailene Band on Saturday. Plus a seaplane contest, water ski shows, and drone light display. Both days you can enjoy mouth-watering barbecue and shop unique vendors. Admission is free and all ages are welcome. Planes, tunes, and barbecue at Wooten Park this Friday and Saturday. Get more details at tavaresfl.gov.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's two largest bridal designers this weekend. Tacori and Verragio are here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 3 years zero-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get $1,000 $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal. And let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening Friday through Sunday, exclusively at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. On Group Credit.
Run a business and not thinking about podcasting? Think again. More Americans listen to podcasts than ad-supported streaming music from Spotify and Pandora. And as the #1 podcaster, iHeart's twice as large as the next two combined. So whatever your customers are into, true crime, sports, comedy, culture, they'll hear your message. Plus, only iHeart can extend your message to audiences across broadcast radio. And all this reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for you. Think podcasting can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, radio, and podcasting. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time, call 844-844-iHeart and get podcasting working for you.
At Galen College of Nursing, our now approach to nursing education means treating students as humans. We give you the care you're taught to give your patients to help you fulfill the potential you always had. Learn more about Galen's nursing programs at galencollege.edu.
Fargo, your virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Fargo is only available on the smartphone versions of the Wells Fargo mobile app. Wells Fargo Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guarantee details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything. He was a crazy man.
He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
It's time to throw your overpriced big wireless contract overboard with a qualifying plan. You can choose an iPhone 14 or a Samsung Galaxy for $0. Pure Talk's U.S. customer service team will make the switch in as little as 10 minutes. No hassle, no gimmicks, just honest-to-goodness wireless price right. Dial pound 250, you say the keywords Pure Talk, claim your new iPhone or Galaxy with a qualifying purchase from Pure Talk, which is America's wireless company. Visit puretalk.com for details.
Why did the godfather of AI warn that the very thing he helped create now has a 10 to 20% chance of leading to human extinction in the next 3 decades? And what did he learn from losing his wife to cancer about how to approach the future of AI? I'm Oz Voloshin, host of Tech Stuff, and I'm so excited to share this memorable and intimate conversation with Nobel laureate Geoffrey Hinton. Listen to Tech Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Tech Stuff to start listening.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
You're
listening to the News Junkie. Proceed towards your undoing.
Sorts of other shows to listen to, but number one, they're usually pretty terrible, and number two, this is the three best friends you never knew you had going through the most viral stories of the day. So this is where you come to hear what's happening in the world and have some fun with it. The asteroid doesn't seem that fun, though. I got to be honest with you. Don't want to get hit by an asteroid. If I could at all stay away from it, I'd rather not do
put me
that.
on that list too, please.
You know, maybe it would be one of those things that would bring us together, though. We would go, oh, God, whether we're on the left or on the right, we all hate the asteroid together, unless there was a faction of people who are pro-asteroid. I just don't know anymore.
I just feel like there's probably going to be a faction of people who just don't believe it. That it's all a lie. They're just trying to scare us into blah, 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 and crazy words.
There would be a decent chance of that happening. Right? Do you think if there was legitimately an asteroid headed for us, and not all these numbers that have gone around 1%, 2%, 3% chance of hitting us, if they said like 95% chance of hitting the planet and it's going to be big and it's going to be bad, you think Alex Jones would go on the side of like, hey, I believe what's happening here? Or do you think he would be an asteroid conspiracy theorist?
It could be either way. Because
no.
he could, hawk out some.
Yeah, he
save
needs
yourself
to,
from the asteroid.
He needs to believe in the asteroid to sell all those meal kits and whatever prep stuff he's got.
Well, then this would be perfect for him, right? Because now the officials, the establishment, is saying that asteroid 2024 YR4 no longer poses a significant threat to Earth in 2032. They brought it from 3% down to 0.004% chance of impacting Earth in 8 years. So now it's like not going to hit us. 0.004% chance of happening. I told you that you should be more scared about this before, because I told you if you open the door, and I told you when you open the door and walk through it, there's a 3% chance everything's going to blow up and you're going to die. You wouldn't open that door in a careless way. You'd be like, here we go. And you rip open the door knowing that there's a chance you're going to blow up. But 0.004, like lottery chances or something at this point.
Yeah, just it's really going back and forth. I wish we could figure out exactly what's going on. Or maybe just don't say anything for a couple weeks until we figure that out.
But now folks like Alex Jones could go, they're not telling you the truth. NASA doesn't want you to know what's really going to happen. You got to get everything ready for the end of times here. And he's going to make money off that. You know what I mean? Selling his buckets of crap to everybody. That's genius. Why are we doing this? Good God.
I was just about to say, let's sell some buckets of crap, man.
Buckets of crap coming up soon in the merch store over at thenewsjunkie.com. Go check it out. Get it if you can. Let's do a test. You guys want to test something?
All right.
All right. We might as well do this, I guess, just to see if it's working on any of our devices. I'm hearing that Apple, the company, Apple, is saying that they're addressing an issue. Now, did this happen on accident? Is this a purposeful thing? Is this like that whole quiet quitting plan for the resistance where we slowly suck at our jobs and while the Trump administration is going on, we do stuff like this? I don't know. It's all theories. But Apple says they're addressing an issue as iPhone's voice-to-text feature periodically shows Trump when a user says racist. So
what?
They're suggesting that if you say racist to your phone, it has been changing it into Trump. I'll give it a try.
Like talk to text?
Racist. No, mine just says racist. Mine worked perfectly. There was no problem at all.
Racist.
Maybe it's different models of this, but it says Apple is addressing the issue, and it shows people putting in. This shows Trump when the user says racist, but the example that they show actually says racist. Maybe they mean it the other way around. Oh no, it's still reading my voice right now. Oh no. It was going for a while there. Yeah, let me try it the other way around here just to double check. See if you can find anything else on this. Look up Apple Trump racist and see if there's anything else, but you can find, because I just saw this before the break. Let me try it the other way. Trump. Nope, no problem there either. It worked both times. I don't know if they've fixed it already or if something's going on, but tell us if this has happened to you. send us an email or a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I hate how it stays on and just keeps live transcribing me for the show.
Yeah, but some of that is so funny. If you like look down and it's been talk to texting, and just to see how it breaks down a conversation between you and your friend. It's a hoot.
Here's somebody trying it, I think. I don't know if this is legit or
So
not.
that they can't basically get caught doing it.
Oh, it's Alex Jones.
Go test this out. It'll work on your phone too. If you have Apple.
We got to try it.
Wow.
We got to try it out.
Those are everyone's phones. Try and get your phone. Let's see if it
Here we
works.
go, let's see it. Wow.
Wow.
Here, Charlotte.
Sean, it's happening on everybody's phone.
It's going to go mega viral.
Mega viral.
Let's go mega viral.
Right down there and say racist.
Racist.
Do it again.
Racist. Racist. Racist.
Okay.
Oh, no, just
You saw it do it?
Racist. Wow.
Wait, hold on. It didn't do anything. You just said racist a bunch of times. It
Racist.
says
One more time.
It says racist. What did it do? He said it did it again like it actually happened. I could look at his phone. It says racist. It says exactly the transcript of what he
it's
said.
kind of blurry over here, but it looks like racist to me. I don't see a T.
Mega viral.
A Trump.
Yeah, it says racist as far as I can tell on this, but maybe other people are having this problem. Give it a try. Let us know if it's just Alex Jones, brother, or if it's you.
Kind of curious to know if that's something you could like train your voice to text to do. Like say, all right, you want this video to go mega viral, and you go, okay, I'll just type racist a bunch, and then I'll continuously after I type it, backspace it and type Trump. I wonder if that can train the phone to make that decision for you.
Damn, that's a good theory, actually.
So there is a word that is completely made up, botched by my wife and I that we say to each other all the time.
What's the word?
Instead of saying okay, we do it like Buckwheat does. And we say ote. We say ote all the time. And we type ote to each other. And it has happened so much that it never, ever gets auto-corrected on my phone anymore because my phone knows that ote is a completely normal word that I type often and send in text messages.
Oh, God. Don't you love when those little, like, intercouple things get released to the larger public? Like, or when somebody catches you?
Okay, there's also another feature that your phone can do, and I wonder if I don't know if voice to text would do this for you, but this would definitely be a way to fake this video. You know how when you text OMW, it wants to correct to on my way?
On my way.
That's just the first example of a feature that nobody ever talks about where you can make a bunch of shorthand in your phone and say you like...
I do IDK, and it will spell I don't know for me.
Oh, but you can do like custom ones. Like say somebody asks for your address, you can make like ADDY, and then whenever you text Addie, it'll want to autocorrect and it'll suggest by typing your whole address, and that's just a easy way to send your address to people or something. So there's features. I don't know if voice to text does that, but there's definitely features in your phone that if they work like that would make it very easy to fake this video and then go, look at Apple. Look at Apple. They're calling Trump a racist.
Let's give this one last shot. Racist, Trump, racist. See if it just works there.
We never hear that again.
Wow, you know what's weird? It says they never put Trump. I don't know if that's a sign.
That's Apple overcorrecting.
Well, we're going mega viral here. It never got my Trump that I put in the middle of there. I was trying to do a old trickaroo on it. Man, the technology didn't give me that. So will we go mega viral? I do not know. I have no idea. We'll find out. See, Lynn, the couples thing, the shared lingo, though, I've done that with Courtney before, and whenever you get caught, it's so embarrassing. And we started calling lady dog, then that turned into dog, and then somehow that turned into Duke, and so we'd say Duke, and how's the Duke doing? And so if we're out in public and there people will be walking by or something, I'll go, come on, Duke. And then I'll go, oh, damn. Like, they don't know
Something's
the thing.
wrong with that guy over there.
What language is he from that he can't say dog? He says Duke. Where is this guy from? It's embarrassing. I'll get caught doing that in public. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Hi-ya! Firefest 2 is happening because why not 2025? Since there's no Batgirl and Wile E. Coyote movies, Warner Bros. Has time to sue a town over a movie prop. Plus, Hilaria Baldwin explains her accent while Alec explains murder to a Trump impersonator. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Broadcasting live from the Cool Today Weather Center at CoolToday.com. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And this afternoon, well, these clouds are going to finally clear away. Maybe you're watching or listening from where the sun is already out. But for a lot of us, the clouds have been hanging tough for a lot of the day, and some showers have been around. Our high today close to 72 degrees. We've got a beautiful rest of the week ahead. Highs warming toward 80 by the time we get to Thursday with a lot of sunshine. Hard to find any rain between now and really the middle of next week. And this is the most rain we've had in almost 2 months. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. Try a $3 Son of Baconator today. Big news, bacon lovers. Wendy's Son of Baconator is only $3 for a limited time. For just $3, you get crispy, crunchy apple smoked bacon, 2 juicy beef patties, and plenty of cheese on a burger. For bacon that just won't quit, gotta be Wendy's.
Tired of making the same weight loss resolutions every year? It's time to break the cycle. Get started with Mochi Health. Meet one-on-one with a board-certified obesity medicine doctor from the comfort of your own home and see if a GLP-1 medication is right for you. If so, we'll have it delivered straight to your door.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from my children. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just really happy that my kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them.
Start with our free quiz at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code MCORadio to get $40 off your first month at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of Butch Cassidy. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
This is Ben Bullen from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. Folks, we bet you know at least a handful of people that are taking Ozempic, semaglutide, or other similar medications, and they're doing so for good reason. These are groundbreaking ways for changing quality of life, and Future Health makes accessing them simple, safe, and affordable.
Yeah, obesity affects roughly 42% of U.S. adults, according to the CDC. And I am actually someone who's struggled with weight loss in the past, and I've had great results from trying some of these GLP-1s in the past myself.
Just take their quick 3-minute survey. From there, if approved by a clinician, you'll get prescribed and get meds delivered to your door within 24 hours.
So don't delay. Find out if weight loss meds are right for you in 3 minutes at tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Whether you're tinkering in your garage or tackling big projects, if you know the value of working with your hands, you know Harbor Freight. And you can be confident knowing that at Harbor Freight, you can get quality tools at prices that work just as hard as you do. Because the only thing more satisfying than a job well done is a job well done, well under budget. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Radio 104.1.
Preparing you for the impending robot uprising. This is the
Share the show Tuesday. Spread the word in one way or another, even if it's just clicking that like button over on the YouTube channel. You could also subscribe on YouTube or follow any of us on social media. How do you do that? You can even see our old promo photos at the same time. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/share and just like all the way down. All of the buttons there if you don't mind. It's much appreciated. All right. Sabrina is back, and that means it's time to get into it. Here we go. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Racist, Trump, racist.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. That's where you get the process started of refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, maybe starting a business or expanding your business. Work with a man who has your best interest in mind, a friend of yours, taking care of your family. And he made it very easy to start that whole thing. You go to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Nailed it, Sabrina. You really did it this time. You have to forgive me. I'm still on San Diego time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, had a great time. Lovely trip. Beautiful place. And
What'd you do? Anything fun? Anything stand out?
I don't know. Just was 2 feet away from sea lions. Wild sea lions.
That was one of your goals, wasn't it? To go out there and see the sea lions or something?
God, did I geek out. I mean, Nicole at one point was like, all right, can we do something else? And I'm just like, hands on my hips, looking at all these wild sea lions. It was so much fun. Yeah, real great time. I put some stuff up on Instagram. I
think Courtney told me that there was a hippopotamus or something involved at one point.
So when we went to the San Diego Zoo, which, by the way, really cool. I mean, I haven't been to a zoo in years.
Courtney says that's the best zoo she's ever been to.
It was awesome. And saw the damn panda, which was cool. I mean, I won't be able to see that often, but they put reflective glass on it. So every picture I have is just me reflecting and then a little bit of panda. But then the hippo came, and my God, was that the coolest thing I've ever seen. It got right up to the glass where I was, and you really don't know how giant hippos are, y'all.
They're big.
They are the biggest, most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. I don't want to go with the whole canceled spirit animal thing, but boy, do I relate to something like a hippopotamus.
Just say spirit animal. Don't be afraid of them.
Yeah, but I don't. Is that really my spirit?
You know what? You should be afraid of
hug
them.
one and ride it.
You should be afraid of being canceled for bullying your girlfriend. Is what you should be afraid of.
How about that video?
Yeah,
Listen,
bullying.
I don't know.
That was bullying. You know what you did? Did you see what she did, Celine?
Like pushed her in the bushes or something.
Play it.
I don't have it here.
I mean, and it just—I don't know what came over me, but we were walking by this giant bush, and I'm like, I have to do it. And she was a great sport about it. And I love her so much.
What if she
Did she
wasn't?
have a choice?
I mean, it also could have gone poorly if it was not just like the perfect bush. They would just bounce her right back because there was a gate there. She could have gotten seriously hurt, but the video is
Okay, you ready?
perfect.
Yeah.
Hang on. Do it. Let me go back. Wait,
You got to put the sound on.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm trying.
This is the
Hang
best
on.
part, yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Who was the president on 9/11?
Bush.
You pushed her into the bush. I mean, it's funny, but unbelievable.
I know. And and for that, I had said no thank you to the free upgrade to first class that I was offered on the flight back. Because I feel like, because I would have had to leave her in our peasant seats.
Wow, you should have done it.
But
You should
it
have
was
left
a
her
good
back
trade
there.
for the Bush thing. So,
if somebody offers you first class, always just take the first class.
Wait, they offered you one first class upgrade?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That would have been.
I was like, no.
Instead, she sat back there with the unmoneyed, man. They forget that. You can make up later.
You should have let her take the upgrade.
No, we both just sat in the back and then we reviewed the video, and I'll make up all my money once you watch it at Sabrina Ambra on Instagram. It's a hoot. Do it to your girlfriend. 27 years ago, 1998, this gal right here.
You know that if we are to stay.
It rhymes with Paula
Cole.
Paula Cole is right. And it was on this day that she won the Grammy for Best New Artist. Sean Colvin won Song and Record of the Year with Sonny Came Home. Yeah.
What a year.
And then plot twist, Sonny left home again. Never came back.
Not with a vengeance, not with anything.
That was a milquetoast music year. Jesus.
But it was not milquetoast for the Grammys, because it was also during this award show that old dirty bastard interrupted the show to complain about losing the rap award to Puff Daddy. That aged well. And that shirtless dude with soy bomb painted on his chest.
Oh, yeah.
The whole was he fully nude or just shirtless?
I think it was just had his shirt off.
Yeah, so soy bomb Bob Dylan's performance. And there you have it. This was something that people did over the weekend, if it wasn't hanging with sea lions.
Bing, bing, bong, bong, bing, bing, bing.
Donald Trump sucking on Elon's toes in this new AI video that's making the rounds. So much so that it's made the rounds in one government building, according to TMZ.
I saw this yesterday, and it was up on a couple of monitors at least on this in this one government building.
It's something.
C-Lane, to you, is that just as simple as finding a TV where you can air cast something to and then playing the video?
It can be that simple. I have been guilty of performing such an act.
Okay.
Toe sucking?
No, of airplaying a not so savory video onto some bar screens.
I just thought afterwards the word hack seems like it might imply too much here. It seems like
well, you would hope that a government building doesn't have any sort of like screen that you could just cast to in that sort of way. So it could have been a hack.
Yeah, they don't know yet. It was U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development in D.C. Unclear how the video ended up on the screens. They're not sure if it's inside job or someone actually hacking from the outside. But HUD spokeswoman Casey Levitt says that the stunt was, quote, another waste of taxpayer dollars and resources.
True.
How did that waste money?
You kidding me? Do you know how many government employees it takes to stand on a chair and turn off a television?
Yeah, and to suck
Millions.
toes. There's 10 of them. Am I right?
Big money.
That will go down the Donald Trump train, and instead of him sucking toes, it was a guy dressed up as him harassing Alec Baldwin. And, well, let's just take a listen and break it down after, huh?
Alec, it's your favorite president. Look, Alec, I will offer you a total pardon, because I want to be friends, right? I want to be friends. I will give you a total pardon.
Mind you, he's in the back of his car packing up his 17 children and Ilaria.
For murdering that woman. If you kiss the ring, Alec. Kiss the big, beautiful
Ignoring
ring.
him.
Come on, Alec.
I skipped over some stuff.
Come on, look at Alec Baldwin, right?
There he is.
You can call it first degree, you can call it whatever you want, but it was not good. She's looking down
Let's talk
on me
about the
right
murder.
now, smiling, happy. Thank you for confronting the man who took me out, who killed me, and that's okay. Sure.
All right, so this is where the Trump impersonator does a real quick ending of the impersonation. when Alec throws a little threat his way.
All right.
Whoa.
No, look at me. I want you to look at me.
Sure.
You got a camera on me here?
The ring. No, it's the ring.
You realize my kids live in this building, right? But I want you to know something.
We love the children. We're doing great deals for the children.
Listen to me real careful.
Okay.
If this camera was here, I'd snap your neck in half and break your neck right out. So you know that, don't you?
Okay. All right, Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Class act. Believe me.
We're all done here.
That's
Wrapping
right.
up.
Okay. And he also threatened to shove the camera up where the sun don't shine.
Right up there.
There you have it. I did catch the first episode of The Baldwins, by the way.
I forgot about it.
I think it's a real treat. I'll tell you what, did not realize how many damn kids this man has.
Yeah, the pitch to me of Alec Baldwin hates life because he had too many kids at too old of an age is kind of a good pitch.
Oh, and he's very entertaining in this because it's clear he's just trying to get through it all. And Ilaria is loving every single moment. She is dancing throughout the accents, and they do address it in the first episode. Her accent, that is. To recap, Ilaria Baldwin is Hillary Baldwin, and she is not Spanish. I believe she did study abroad, and according to her explanation on the show, her family lives in Spain. And that's why she does not address that she's actually not Spanish, but dances around it.
Eduardo Paulo Garcia. Edu. Tatito, ¿dónde está el gato? I'm raising my kids to be bilingual. I was raised bilingual. My family, all my nuclear family now lives over in Spain.
Nuclear.
Okay, entonces siéntate aquí. No, it looks so nice. Are you kidding me?
She does not have a nuclear family.
Speaking more than one language. I think just growing up and speaking two languages is extremely special. Love English. I also love Spanish. And when I mix the two, it doesn't make me inauthentic. When I mix the two, that makes me normal. But it was my family, my friends, my community who speak multiple languages, who have belonging in multiple places, and realize that we are a mix of all these different things, and that's going to have an impact on how we sound and an impact on how we articulate things and the words that we choose and our mannerisms. That's normal. That's called being human.
That's right. That's called being human.
Not called being American.
That
you know
means
what I mean?
my community is also bilingual, but that's because they're American who learn how to speak Spanish. How you say cucumber.
Cucumber. Here's that clip, just in case you're not familiar of the initiated, where she pretended she did not know how to say the word.
We have very few ingredients. We have tomatoes. We have how to say it? Cucumbers. We have.
Yeah, you didn't know how to say that. That rare word you just encountered there.
And a rare word in Billy McFarland's world apparently is no, because Firefest 2 is happening.
Let's go.
It will be held on a Mexican island, says the man who just got out of prison for the first Firefest. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be in Isla Mujeres between May 30th and June 2nd. Good luck to everybody. No talent has been announced at all, or the type of water that is going to be served, or if anyone has to mop to get that water on the island. The sandwiches also have not been, I guess, released yet, but if they're anything like the last time, it was just a piece of bread and, I believe, cheese.
Now, flights are cheap.
Really?
Yeah, $201 flights to get to this Isla Mujeres. It's 13 miles or 13 kilometers off the coast of Cancun.
Now, is that for the dates of Firefest? Do you think they're going to get up there in price a little bit?
Oh, they probably would. Yeah.
It would be hilarious if it actually all goes through and they have a Firefest that people show up to. But a bunch of weirdos, a bunch of really, really brave souls, but they should offer that crappy sandwich at a very low price, just so you can get the original OG Firefest experience.
Yep. Do you want to hear his statement?
Sure.
To really bring it all together, see if we want to get some tickets or maybe cover it media style. After years of reflection and now thoughtful planning, the new team and I have amazing plans for Fire 2. The adventure seekers who trust the vision and take the leap will help make history. Thank you to my partners for the second chance. End quote.
Wow.
So I think we're good to go, you guys.
He seems legit. You know what I mean?
Optimistic. just like you, Sean.
He would never do it twice, right? Right?
We'll see, huh? And this will be the last time, not twice, not thrice, but a final tour for this group right here.
Elton John.
Just announced.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang is right, and the final chapter kicks off in Baltimore, and Run the Jewels will open. The surviving original members, RZA, Jizza, Ghostface Killa, Method Man, Inspector Deck, You God, and Master Killa will also be there because he's Wu-Tang.
This goes better for Method Man than that last little thing with Redman where nobody cared.
But this is just going to be his crowd, his fans.
What happened to the guy that cut off his penis?
He was not as connected. He was like, the Wu-Tang universe kind of expands. He was like further on in the Wu-Tang universe, that guy who cut off his junk.
And Young Dirty Bastard will also be there.
Oh, cool.
He's the son of Ole. On the boob tube, you're going to go?
I might.
I say Firefest, too.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll welcome me.
We have FBI on CBS, Kitchen Nightmares on Fox, Deal or No Deal Island, Venom: The Last Dance on Netflix, and if you want to really be on the edge of your seat, Matthew Perry, A Hollywood Tragedy on Peacock. Jennifer Coolidge is going to be on Colbert, and you follow your dreams. I'm me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Check out that Bush video I just posted. Most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Out of context. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we have a lot of stuff to discuss. Bunch of emails coming in. We got to check in on the Pope, for God's sake, right?
Oh.
And there are two people who have managed to anger the entirety of planet Earth. And I want to see what you think of this one move that two people made and how you feel about it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
All the cool kids are doing it, and you want to be like the cool kids, don't you? Well, don't you? The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic starting to slow down on I-4 heading through the city. You can expect your regular delays on I-4 eastbound before US 27 and after. State Road 429 emergency crews are clearing up an accident on Orange Blossom Trail between Tap Vineland Road and Central Florida Parkway. Keep an eye out for an accident on Bronson Highway at Orange Lakes Boulevard. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
New Year's resolution is to sell your home? Get a guaranteed cash offer today at thenicklygroup.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today by calling 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Save up to $10 on tickets with a savings coupon from participating local Ford dealers. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See savings coupon for details. Coming to Camping World Stadium this Saturday. Tickets on sale now.
At Galen College of Nursing, our now approach to nursing education means treating students as humans. We give you the care you're taught to give your patients, and we prepare you to practice with immersive experiences and on-demand resources to help you fulfill the potential you always had. Regardless of who you are, if you pursue nursing education at Galen, we'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu.
Have you heard about Florida's new local gold currency? Goldbacks are real 24-karat gold in a cash-like form. Today, we're joined by Jeff from Goldback to tell us more. Jeff, can you explain what goldbacks are?
Absolutely. Goldbacks are physical currency made of 24-karat gold. Because the gold is inside the currency itself, it holds real value and naturally resists inflation.
So they're not just for collecting, you can actually spend them?
That's right. There are businesses right here in Florida that accept them as payment, just like cash. They're designed to keep wealth local, support independent businesses, and give you the freedom to use sound money.
That's amazing. And I heard you're giving these away for free. Is that true?
Yes. To celebrate the launch of the Florida Goldback, we're giving away free half Goldbacks to Florida residents. All you have to do is visit freegoldback.com, verify your Florida address, and we'll ship it to your home. No fees, no gimmicks.
Real gold completely free. That's incredible. Florida, don't miss out. Visit freegoldback.com today to claim your free half Goldback before they're gone.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
At Wells Fargo, we know what got you into your business. Whether it's manufacturing, running a restaurant, or your business from home. What you didn't get into your business for was banking. But luckily, Wells Fargo offers business checking, payments, and lending all in one place, in your neighborhood and on our app, so you can focus on doing what you love. Wells Fargo, you're good at business, we're good at business banking. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/business. Terms apply. Wells Fargo Bank and a member FDIC.
Get ready for the City of Tavares Plains, Tunes, and Barbecue this Friday and Saturday in Wooten Park, Tavares. Shop a variety of unique vendors and savor mouth-watering barbecue. Friday, enjoy live music by Maggie Baugh. Saturday, catch the Seaplane Contest, spectacular water ski shows, dazzling drone light display, and a special performance by Welshly Arms. Admission is free for Plains, Tunes, and Barbecue this Friday and Saturday. Info at tavaresfl.gov.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you in your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
All right, 1 month down, 11 to go. How is your vision for 2025? Look, if you're still dealing with glasses or contacts, now is the time for a change. LASIK gives you crisp, clear sight every day. No hassles, no restrictions. Start the year off right with the Filatowski Eye Institute and schedule a free LASIK consultation today. It's easy. Just text 1041 to 868686 and get on the path to clearer vision with the Filatowski Eye Institute.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Watching the world burn with some friends since 2007. This
For being with us on a Share the Show Tuesday. Hello. You could say hi to me. I'm Sean, Sabrina, or C-Lane. You can mention them in the dispatches. You could say something nice. Or you could say, why aren't you guys talking about this? All of it's fine. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com to send yours now. How's this sound as a business idea? Zyn, but with weed. Huh? How's that sound as a business idea?
You know what? Sounds fun, but be careful. I got to tell you, I got my, I don't know what the phrase is. I thought I had more of a tolerance until I went to California.
Oh, no. Did you get a little bit too high?
Oh, yeah, I did. Because they have just the ways that they promote everything. I have my medical card here in Florida.
Does it work there?
No, it's recreational. So you just go
then you don't
in.
need it. Okay,
And, just something you thought you could take a sip of and be fine. You realize, oh, my God, you're going for a real roller coaster ride. Just at zero here.
You're being too. What did you do? What did you take?
It was a liquid. It was
a drink. Was it like a soda, a shot? What was it?
So I tried a PBR. By the way, has weed drinks now.
What?
Yeah, and it was a seltzer. And I'm not even a seltzer drinker, but I drank that. It was great. And then there was these little bottles that.
How big?
The direction says a capful, and I was like, we're gonna get there already. I'll just take less than what you put in your mouth for mouthwash.
Little sip.
And that was a lot of sips apparently, because woohoo, hippos are crazy, especially when you're freaking out, But
what was it? Is it just like it's something that's really, really potent, and you just sip on the thing?
There you go.
You can't bring it back with you, right? You can't bring that kind of thing back?
No, I can't bring it back. It's called Quick Ease Pineapple Express Hybrid, 100 milligrams per bottle. And, I guess I drank too much of it.
100 milligrams of THC per bottle?
Yes, that is correct.
Oh, my.
That's a lot, right? Yeah.
It was a good time. But Zyn,
man.
I imagine, would give you the same ride?
Yeah, Zyn with weed. This is the cannabis industry taking on the excitement that has popped up in the world of Zyn, which is essentially just a little nicotine pouch you put in your mouth. It's way better and way cleaner than the stuff that you used to do with tobacco. Now, nicotine is not harmless, but nicotine without any tobacco, without any smoking is way, way better than a lot of other things. Nicotine probably would be comparable to caffeine, maybe a little worse than that. Maybe, I don't know. I'd have to look that up to see just how bad it was. But if you're not smoking, it's not nearly as bad. And the young folks are doing the Zyn like crazy.
Have you tried the Zyn?
No, I've not.
So I tried it once, and it was for a very brief moment because it kind of it felt like my mouth was drying out. Maybe it wasn't for me.
Is there any flavor at all?
It could be minty, I guess, but
yeah.
Weed also.
There's a bunch of different colors, so they're all different flavors.
Okay.
But weed gives you cotton mouth. So are you just gonna be set up for just a dry Sahara of a mouth with Zyn weed?
Does weed give you cotton mouth from smoking it, or does it also if you take an edible or something? It's been a long time since I've had any sort of edible weed.
Oh, well, check under your chair, C-Lane.
Oh my God!
Are you a gift from California?
There's never anything under the chair. Never. My God.
I always forget.
A friend of the show.
Behind my chair, there's a sign that says, "Don't move my chair."
A friend of the show texts and says, listening to the show now, I just got pre-workout Zyn type pouches, 300 milligrams. Woke my ass up this morning. And I feel like this is the wild, wild west where people say Zyn is very popular with the young kids right now. Let's put everything else in it. Let's make it blow up. Zyn with weed could be one of the things that we see moving forward, potentially. We'll see what you think. Let us know. I do want to talk about something because I think that this particular clip that I'm going to play highlights an interesting difference in men and women. And the woman who posted this did not understand this at all. I felt it. Facebook, I really did. I said,
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
Said, is this a larger sort of gender disconnect that's going on? This woman, very nice woman, a millennial mama is her name on TikTok. And she posted this video because she was so confused about something. And she wanted to bring this conversation forward. And I think it was a good idea for her to do that. So let's discuss. Let's listen to her. Here she goes.
Why do most men not want to celebrate their birthdays? I don't understand it. My husband does not enjoy celebrating his birthday at all.
Same.
And I'm now part of this like dance friends group, and one of our friends' birthdays is coming up in a couple of weeks. So I said, hey, what are we doing for your birthday? And he's like, nothing. I don't celebrate my birthday. And I said, oh, well, we're going to celebrate you this year. And everyone chimed in, yes, absolutely. So booked a restaurant for dinner. And then today he texted. And
yeah, just for the record, this is a one difference between on average men and women, where she goes, well, we got to celebrate your birthday. And the guy goes, no, we're good. No, we're going to celebrate your birthday. And she's thinking, I'm doing something nice here. Why is this guy not celebrating his birthday? But the guy is pure me, man. I would be going, I don't want you to do this. What are you doing?
All right, we're going to celebrate. Sounds good. He wants a surprise party.
Shouldn't this woman know by now? Like, how long has she been married to this guy? Shouldn't she know?
Maybe she didn't pick up on it.
This is a bad idea.
She did say her husband doesn't like birthdays.
Yeah,
and she
this
says,
is a friend.
But she didn't realize that there were more people like her husband, that more men didn't care about their birthdays, whereas a lot of women that she knew really care about them.
There's a compromise here. If the husband doesn't like to celebrate birthdays, he should allow her to at least take him out to dinner, and like just the two of them, and just have a nice night. You don't have to do candles and a dessert or balloons or anything.
Are you saying this because, Celine, you think that she deserves to show him some affection on his birthday?
It's kind of like, I don't know. It feels kind of dicky almost to go, you're not allowed to show me any sort of special treatment for my birthday.
It's weird. What are you supposed to do? You know, in respecting their wishes, it's just like an awkward, like, all right, happy birthday. Let's do everything normal. People want to celebrate you. Now, I think the extent of it, that's where you can find that middle ground. Maybe he doesn't want a whole party and a dinner and people singing, but maybe a fishing trip with the boys.
Yeah, let him do something.
My theory on this is a difference in what Courtney would call love languages, the way that you kind of like show that you care about somebody. And she talks about the differences between her love language and my love language all the time. They're very, very different. Very, 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 very different. And I think a lot
she
of
has
guys,
a love language. And
Sean just goes, hey, how are you?
Tongues?
Tongues?
Speaking in tongues. Okay.
Love you.
That's what I was getting at. But whatever it takes, honestly. But I think that there's a lot of guys who go, oh, I don't want that. I don't want the spotlight on me for my birthday. I don't like celebrating my birthday. I'm older now. And women who think, no, it's my love language as a partner to want to give you something, to show you that I think you're special in this moment. And it's like two things not working well with each other.
It sounds like this woman's like, hey, I know my husband doesn't really love to be the center of attention and celebrate his birthday, so I'm going to make him a flash mob.
Dan says, but it's his birthday, right? Yes, it is. It is his birthday, and you should
get that.
Respect his wishes. But what the disconnect that's happening here with a lot of women like this lady is that she doesn't understand. She's like, you must like this, and I would be doing something wrong. Now, here's a crazy world. In my world, if it was my birthday, the best thing ever would be if Courtney and I just spent the day with each other. We never mentioned it was my birthday. We didn't focus on that at all. But I'm smart enough at least to be aware that for her, that feels like she's not able to do something that she wants to do to show me she cares. You know, like as much as I don't want to make a big deal about it, she feels like if she didn't mention it all day, then it would be a rude thing that's happening. It's like two worldviews clashing and collapsing in on each other. I'll just
like this year for Christmas, Ashley and I decided we're not getting each other gifts. We're going to go on a trip instead, which we're doing next month. But come Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, when we're delivering all of the presents that we bought everybody else over to the house where Christmas will be celebrated. It still felt weird not getting each other anything, but we also had a whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Would you have been mad though if she did get you something?
No, I would have been mad if it were something big.
Yeah,
right.
If she was like, I just couldn't not get you anything, even though we had this agreement. Like,
I would have been like, well, you you know that you shouldn't be expecting anything from me here. But the weird part, like we kind of forgot about it until we started delivering the presents, and people were like, where's all the stuff for? Are you guys just doing that at your house? The stuff between the two of you? I was like, no, we don't have anything.
It's strange because it seems like it's a negative thing, but it's not. It's not a negative thing. It's okay to have like agreements within a relationship, but she's saying this from her perspective. Let's go back to this lady here, a millennial mama.
Hey, so what if we do it at my house instead? And I could invite a couple more people, but I don't want to tell them it's my birthday.
So she's pushing a birthday on this guy who she's friends with. And he's like, what if we do it at my house instead of going to the restaurant? And what if I invite some other people, but they don't know it's my birthday because I don't want to do a birthday thing?
And we're like, what? Like, why? Why? Who cares? Why do you not want to tell them it's your birthday? And then someone else asked, hey, what's your favorite kind of cake? I'll bring a cake. And he's like, no cake. Please, no cake. Like, this is not a birthday party.
We don't want your cake, lady.
Another guy in the group chimed in and is like, yeah, I don't really celebrate my birthday either, so I totally understand. And we're like, what is the big deal? Why are you so anti-birthday celebration?
This dance group of hers is co-ed?
Yeah, I think it's like maybe the little kids are in dance together, you know, like when your kids go to dance classes and stuff. And the parents are all kind of together because their kids attended. That would be my guess to what's happening here.
No, none of our parents ever had a group chat like that.
No, my mom brought me, though, to gymnastics camp, and I only made it one day. I only made it one day. Yeah, I made it one day.
How different your life would have been had you stuck to it, Sean.
It probably would have been a little different, at least. Yeah. The first day I got there, I remember I was with my cousin, I think, and we were looking around, and there was like ball pits, or not ball pits, but like these pits of foam, and you're supposed to like jump and flip into there. And I jumped and flipped into the foam pit, and I got like lost underneath everything and started crying or something. And it was bad right off. And my mom said, "You're not going back there."
I did salsa lessons. That was like a thing. That was I would guess.
How old?
I don't know. I think it was in 8th grade, and it was with my mom's friends' kids. Like they all got together while we did the salsa lessons, boys and girls. That we all because we're all Spanish, and that was it.
Yeah, I think that this is maybe not all guys, maybe not all girls, but a lot of guys, especially when we get over the age of 30 or so, we just don't care about the birthday thing quite as much. And a lot of women still really lean into it, especially in their 30s. They go, well, this is my birthday week. This is my birthday weekend. This is like, my birthday month, maybe even sometimes. We'll stretch this stuff out. And this lady just was not understanding this communication breakdown.
I am the biggest birthday celebrator you'll ever meet. I had 2 birthday dinners. I was supposed to fly to New York. It's like birthday weeks, birthday month. Like I love to celebrate. I love any excuse to celebrate, but my birthday especially. So I'm just curious. Are you a man who doesn't celebrate your birthday? Why?
Why, guys? Why? It's a fair question. It's kind of an interesting one.
Now, I do know guys who like to celebrate their birthdays.
I don't think I know any guys as of now that celebrate their birthdays.
I celebrate my birthday.
Yeah.
Have you?
And I remember we shut down the surprise party for Sean's birthday. That's how good of friends we are. We're like,
thank God.
That was a whole thing.
Who was doing that?
It was a very sweet group of listeners.
No. Oh, yeah. Okay. I was wondering if it was somebody that I was with, because most people that I would be with would be well aware that that's nightmare territory for me. I don't want that. And I don't want to be mean to the people who would want to tell me happy birthday. It's such an odd thing. Like, I understand that you're doing something nice, but I would be happier if there was like absolutely no mention of it at all. That's just me.
Except for this year, we're doing it big for the big 4-4.
No. This now less than ever. I don't even care about it. I hate my birthday, and I don't. And think that's
the big event we have to announce.
What? Sean's birthday? It's the birthday extravaganza. Yeah. All of the things will be happening. tipsofthenewsjunkie.com. John emails. Hey, you two maybe help me make sense of John's email. I'm having trouble here, okay?
All right.
To whom it may concern, it says, an atrocity in Citrus County. I have been the victim of unreported heinous crime in Citrus County, where I reside, because of an ousted sheriff's gross dereliction. I have been wounded by a perpetrator hundreds of times while bicycling with Sugar Mill Woods and elsewhere, or within Sugar Mill Woods and elsewhere within Citrus County. For years, a suspect was seen in a white sedan with a Florida Sheriff's Association bumper sticker a while ago and could be described as a white male and bald. In most cases, these attacks have been covert, cowardly attacking the back of the body. Nevertheless, because I'm dedicated to raise awareness about impactful events that shape the area, I'm eager to share my unique journey and insights. This heinous crime remains unreported by local media, leaving the area susceptible to repeated attacks. Let's get the word out.
Okay.
Hell are you talking about? Are you being attacked by somebody on your bicycle? Or
watch we ask him to get on the show, and he just wants to promote the community activities.
Yeah,
he keeps getting attacked for.
Sir, I need more information. What's going on? Who's attacking you?
Where a body cam?
What does attack mean? Are they punching you? Can you pepper spray them? You should if you can.
Smacking him in the back of the head while he bikes?
I don't know what's going on there. We'll have to figure out if we can go a little deeper on that story. Or maybe that's as deep as we go.
Hey, listen, he wanted some media attention. And guys, there's some really bad stuff happening in Sugar Mill Woods.
Yep, it's happening out there. Meanwhile, bad stuff happening with two people who have done the worst, the unthinkable. Once more, it appears on this show, a fed-up passenger has filmed a moment when two women attempted to do the unthinkable. And I'm not saying
scissor
death penalty.
Oh.
I'm not saying, let me rephrase. I'm not saying automatic death penalty.
Oh, so death penalty is back on the table.
Could be, even though I'm not for it, traditionally speaking. I might be in this case. These two women in this video that made everybody mad, they did the unthinkable. Again, it's on the show. They attempted to reserve a shopping center parking space by standing in it with no vehicle. And this triggers people hard when this happens.
It's ballsy.
Can I tell you a story real quick? We went, I don't know if I said this when it happened. I may have. If so, forgive me, but new people will hear this. We went to the movies not that long ago, maybe 4 months ago, 5 months ago. And when we were about to pull into a parking spot, there was barely any available. This movie theater is notorious for on Friday and Saturday nights, you cannot park in this massive parking lot. All the parking spots are gone. And Courtney's driving, and she turns on her blinker, and we're waiting for a parking spot. And right in the moment when we should be about to go, some car with young people in it comes in the other direction and just, boom, ignores what we are and parks right. And she's like, Mwah! She gets angry and I go, keep driving. Stay calm.
Oh, that's better.
Relax. What am I going to do?
Down.
My opportunities are limited. This is a car full of like 17-year-old guys, which if I go up there and let's say I kick one or two of their asses or something, I'll probably eventually get overwhelmed, and then they'll kick the S out of me on the ground because there's too many of them. The car was full of people, full of these 16, 17-year-old kids.
But while they're kicking your ass, Courtney can move their car and then park in the parking spot.
She might be fine with the trade-off. She was so mad. She was so irritated. She might have been okay with the trade-off there.
That's so rude. I hate it.
But it is rude. But then you go, alternatively, what do? We honk, and then they honk back at us, and then they're clearly in the wrong. Courtney's so focused on fairness. She's like, clearly they're in the wrong. And I go, yes, they are. But save for executing them in public, what are we going to do right now? Let's just grab another spot. And then I seem like a total pussy because I'm like, oh, God, it's bad. These two people, this is even worse. You stand in a parking spot and you go, this is our spot. Keep moving along. And they said, you can't block off a parking spot like that. Bad luck. We're not moving. No, you're not allowed to. Get out of the effing way. They repeatedly shouted move, and these two women held the spot and would not move out of the way. This went on for 10 minutes, which that's a long time.
Friend.
If you're counting out seconds, 10 minutes is a long time for a parking lot showdown to occur. Has this happened to you? What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Who grabbed their microphone? Who's the offending person?
That was me.
I didn't see it.
I didn't grab it. I hit it with my ear.
It's right there in front of you.
I know. But I just put in new poofs.
Oh, those are nice looking.
Those
are nice.
And they're a little bit bigger, so I'm just trying to get used to the...
Where'd you get the blue poofs from? I don't mind those. Those are kind of nice.
Oh, check under your chair.
Oh, my God.
Amazon.
Nothing again. Somebody earlier said Sean's love language is Amazon, which hurts my feelings, just so you know. All right? Okay? I'm not going to pretend it doesn't. When we come back, we've got jury duty coming up in a bit, but we'll finally talk about this woman who has been arrested for creating content, we'll say, online. And the content is of a pretty vile origin. Some of you might be into it. But as I was trying to track this woman down and see if I could see what she was posting online, she was deleting one by one all of her different properties. What's going on with this woman? Well, wait till you hear her story, because that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Fish, that's awesome. Thank you for what you do.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
The off-ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Consulate Drive, that's partially blocked due to an accident. Multiple lanes are blocked on Colonial Drive eastbound at Blackwood Avenue. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways there. There's an accident on South Street near I-4 causing a bit of commotion as well. Just travel with caution on the roadways here. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blue Stream Fiber. HOA and condo board members. Fiber internet has never been easier. Blue Stream Fiber simplifies the switch, helping your community save up to 50% while keeping residents happy. Their step-by-step process makes upgrading hassle-free. Visit bluestreamfiber.com/radio today.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here to tell you that I hired FAS Windows and Doors multiple times to install my windows and doors right here in Orlando, Florida. Their expert team of window and door installers make the entire project seamless from measurement, final inspection, and of course, installation. Since 2005, that's 20 years, FAS has earned their spot as Orlando's top-rated window and door experts. Upgrade your home with a team that delivers excellence. Just visit FASWD.com and then trust Orlando's leader in windows and doors.
Galen College of Nursing is opening a new campus in Orlando, bringing our now approach to nursing education to Central Florida. Our newest location will offer student-centric campus design and clinical technology, private study spaces, and the on-demand academic resources you need to help make your nursing education journey a success. We'll do everything we can to support you right now. Learn more at galencollege.edu/Orlando.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Tired of making the same weight loss resolutions every year? It's time to break the cycle. Get started with Mochi Health. Meet one-on-one with a board-certified obesity medicine doctor from the comfort of your own home and see if a GLP-1 medication is right for you. If so, we'll have it delivered straight to your door.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from my children. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just really happy that my kids kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them.
Start with our free quiz at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code 2025radio to get $40 off your first month. Begin your journey with Mochi Health at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment changeouts and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
So cool, thank you.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure. But your favorite podcast? That amazing playlist you made for free? Even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio, like 24/7 Beatles and iHeart 80s.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Occupying the space between high society and prison tattoos. This.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, it's off to the printers right now, where American jobs are out there printing your shirt right now, and then more Americans will get it ready to go and ship it off to your house in about a week or so. So thank you for your patience in the meantime as that is underway. Online content creation. Basically, everybody's involved now, right? I mean, we all make content for the internet. We post stuff online, create things to put out there into the world.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see that?
Lots of categories of things you can make, and people get creative sometimes. I just saw a guy, and good for him. His thing is he's a streamer, and he streamed himself beating all of the games that he loved, like Elden Ring and all these different things, all these games. He beat 7 games in a row on hard without ever getting hit one time, one single playthrough all the way through. And that sounds super nerdy, but if you're into video games and that's your thing and that's the type of content you're creating and putting out in the world, good for you. Good luck to you. I hope you go viral. Hope everybody goes mega viral. I hope it happens for absolutely everybody, except for this person. This particular woman is in trouble. In fact, she finds herself on the other end of the law today, and she is a content creator, and she is in trouble. This woman from ABC News has been charged with criminal mischief for allegedly making, quote unquote, disturbing videos. I'll tell you what the videos are. You can tell me if you think they're disturbing or not, because sometimes that's a little bit subjective and people are being a little bit judgy, but we'll see what you think about this. This woman, her name is Kelly Tedford. Mrs. Tedford is seen in her mugshot for those of you who are watching right here. Okay. I'll put it up on See It Now during the break. And Mrs. Kelly Tedford, the 23-year-old, had been posting disturbing videos to an internet site of her, quote, contaminating items in a local business with her urine.
That's so nasty.
She was going to the grocery store and all over all the things.
Is
P, number one this time. Okay. Number one.
I gotta say, mugshot doesn't scream, I pee on fresh produce.
No, although I don't know what that would look like. I don't know what I'm looking for, but same. I don't disagree with you.
I think I would imagine a dude first.
I don't think so, because
on account of it's a little easier.
Yeah, honestly. But who's going to buy that content? Guys,
somebody buying her content? Is it is this sexy? Is it a sexy thing?
Not to me. I'm not saying it's sexy, but I'm saying
I think you think it's sexy.
Yeah, I think
you
tried to find all her videos and you're disappointed they're gone.
That's why you call it a murmur. You know the lingo.
No, I was researching the story about this Kelly Tedford and seeing what she did and what she peed on.
With moisturizer next to you and tissues?
No, there's been a voluntary recall for red quinoa, white quinoa, tricolor quinoa.
All over the quinoa.
Just peed on the quinoa.
Okay. Is this really
all
a
of the
thing?
quinoa. Yeah. Cornmeal, polenta, coconut shreds, and raw walnuts. She peed all over them.
Stuff literally impossible to make up for. Like you can't just. If it was a pack and there was plastic over it.
Nope.
I could take it to the back and kind of.
It's raw dog. It's just out there in the world, and she's doing that. And I read some things online about this lady, and they said she's a monster. She grew up in this place or lives in this place called Keene in New Hampshire.
Quinoa?
And the locals said there's no place that you can go where you can't learn that this woman has peed on something. So she goes, they said, if you go to the local gym and you tell the local gym, hey, you heard about this lady? And they go, oh, that lady's peed in our gym. And she records it and posts it online. And you know how the rest works, obviously. Very, very vile behavior. Very, very gross stuff.
Did you find a video?
I found some stuff, but I'm telling you, she was deleting like crazy.
Now, how is it? Is it like selfie style? She's like, all right, here's my little peepees. Gonna do another quinoa. And then like drops and does it? Or is it like a drive-by spraying?
It was gross, and I didn't find it to be in the slightest bit attractive. Her screen name, I'll show you here if you're watching the stream. And all of the videos that were up there are down. But her screen name leads to all these profiles, and she was delete.
Oh, really? That's the same name as the Donkey Show in Clerks 2.
Is it
no,
really?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
What are the odds of that? Not the same amount of eyes.
That's her name. And then I finally found something to pull up, and it was absolutely vile. It was like, you didn't see anything. You just saw covers at a hotel room, and then she just like goes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, and I don't know who's into that. Weird people, I guess.
You'd be amazed. People
But
are
they
into
said
everything.
She's in big trouble. She's been arrested. Good. Throw her behind bars. I say, all right, hot take for you lovers of whatever this gross is. Hot take here. I think we should really heavily punish people who do this, because messing with people's food should be a really big no-no. Like doing gross things to the grocery store, to people's food, spitting in somebody's ice cream, all that stuff that people used to do to go viral. It should be like 10 years. Throw them behind bars for messing with food, tainting food, or a long time to think about this. So the next idiot who's going to go, I'm going to spit in your Breyer's ice cream, goes, I don't want to spend 10 years behind bars.
Instead of 10 years behind bars, 10 years, all the food and drink you consume has someone else's saliva or pee-pee in it.
They might be into it. You never know. I don't know what to think about these people anymore, but this lady is gross. And out there. So be careful. Wash your stuff, right? This is the least you can do. Wash your vegetables and whatnot from the grocery store, because it gets gross. An update on the Pope, P-O-P-E. He's not doing well. And yesterday I said this guy probably going to die. Francis is probably going to die. The meatball Pope is going to take over. Pizza Balla goes well. Pope Pizza Balla could be next, because that's one of the cardinals in line is Cardinal Pizza Balla. And Cardinal Pizza Balla could be the next Pope. And I'm just fingers crossed over here. Pope's condition still critical, but stable, says the Vatican. All the old dudes in Vatican City are getting all the stuff that smokes.
Oh, white.
All ready to go.
Black
They're ready to
smoke.
pick their winners. They're ready to go. Get the new Pope picked. But this Pope Francis is still hanging around. I think we have a clip of him talking to the press just moments ago.
I would like to hear you singing.
All right, he sounds better. He sounds like he's coming together, but they say critical condition for the Pope. Let us know what you think. I'm sure you have thoughts on this. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. When we return, we'll get to a couple of your emails. We'll get to jury duty that is on the way. Obviously, we'll get to some dispatches since that hasn't been worked in. On the way, we got a grab bag segment after that, which includes another airport incident, which is just blowing my mind right now. All of that and so much more coming up next on the News Junkie.
Sure, you could call your family, but then they'll start calling you all the time. Instead, just say, Alexa, play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings, the official partner of the NBA.
The Magic are back at it tonight. They'll try to knock off the NBA's top team at the moment when they host Cleveland. The Cavs have won 7 straight and are 47-10 this season. Florida dropped a spot to number 3 in this week's college basketball coaches poll. Auburn's still number 1. Gators back at it tonight, visiting Georgia. Action last night. Florida State lost at home to North Carolina. UCF back at it tomorrow, taking on Kansas State. I'm Matt McCoy.
Check out what DraftKings has to offer this season with code SPORTS, because life's more fun when you're in on the action. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Age and eligibility restrictions apply. Void where prohibited. See DraftKings.com for details.
This is Ben Bullen from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know.
Future Health connects you with licensed doctors who specialize in GLP-1 treatments, along with support from a trusted network of over 6,000 providers and pharmacies nationwide.
Just go to tryfh.com. That's tryfh.com and find out if weight loss meds are right for you in just 3 minutes.
Tryfh.com.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion. Results may vary. Sponsored by Future Health.
Picture this. You're cozy by the fire sipping cocoa, or out on the town grabbing a well-deserved nightcap, with the peace of mind knowing your pet is safe at home with Invisible Fence brand. Your customized pet fence gives you confidence that wherever winter takes you, your pet has both freedom and security. With Invisible Fence brand, service and safety never stops. Visit InvisibleFence.com to learn more. That's InvisibleFence.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again. Because more people are listening to the radio on iHeart today than they were 20 years ago. And only iHeart Broadcast Radio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, social, any other media. Even twice as many teens than TikTok. And that reach means everything. Just think about the universal marketing formula. The number of consumers who hear your message times the response rate equals the results. Now let's get those results growing for your business. Radio's here now more than ever, and iHeart's leading the way. Think radio can help your business? Think iHeart. Streaming, podcasting, and radio, where the reach is real. Let us show you at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. Or call 844-844-iHeart. One more time, just call 844-844-iHeart and get radio working for you.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything. He was a crazy man.
He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
Business owners, had enough of this yet? Are you just done and ready to retire? Is money tight? Or maybe business is at an all-time high. You have options. Don't just walk away. We can help you sell, retire, and just relax no matter what your situation is. Hi, I'm Andy Cagnetta, and at Transworld Business Advisors, we've been selling businesses for over 40 years. And with offices located around the world, we have thousands of buyers ready to buy your business now. Don't wait until the last minute or try to do it yourself. That is a recipe for disaster. Call for a confidential conversation conversation about your business's current value and how Transworld can maximize your eventual selling price. We will help you win. And in the current climate, you need help to sell your business. Call Transworld at 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com. That's 833-SELL-FLA or visit tworld.com.
To everyone who loves the taste of tradition, come enjoy a classic Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
I'm Genesis from Culver's in Claremont, Florida. And here, family fish fry is a part of who we are. We've been serving up fish fry favorites for over 40 years, all thanks to the Culver family roots and Wisconsin supper clubs, the place where the fish fry was perfected. If you're craving something crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside, you've got to try our hand-battered North Atlantic cod. It's perfectly seasoned and my personal favorite. Or, if you're in the mood for a little extra crunch, our lightly breaded butterfly jumbo shrimp hits the spot every time. Whatever you order, I promise it will be made with love by a team who cares, because we want every guest to feel like family. That's just how we do it in Wisconsin. Dive into delicious with all your fish fry favorites at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Why pay more for prescriptions? Stop overpaying and start saving with SingleCare. It's easy. Find your prescription on singlecare.com, show the coupon at the pharmacy, and start saving. SingleCare works at pharmacies nationwide and is completely free to use, whether you have insurance or not. So the next time you fill a prescription, check SingleCare to make sure you're getting the best price. Take control of your prescription costs. Go to singlecare.com or download the free app today.
It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Get matched to your perfect bed now and sleep at night. Plus, if you see a lower price, they'll match it. Hurry and stop by Mattress Firm to upgrade today. Restrictions apply.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 104.1.
They're best friends, unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the news.
Share this show Tuesday. It's The News Junkie, and you can learn more, obviously, on the website, thenewsjunkie.com. This is where we come and have some fun with the viral news of the day. Join us at any time on the show with your email tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Otherwise, it's just another day for you and me in paradise, friends.
Oh.
As I'm going deeper down the rabbit hole. I'm all the way to, I think there's an episode that's coming out tonight for Paradise.
Welcome.
I'm all the way caught
good.
up. I only got mad at one part. They do this thing on this show, which is about the president of the United States and Secret Service operatives who are trying to keep him safe, and sort of this end of world question mark moment. Some really great acting in it. I love a lot of the choices that they made for the actors. The main lady is an evil bitch, man. She is
God,
like,
and plays it so well.
you just keep looking at her, you're like, she's this tiny lady. What could be scary? And then she does something scary, and you're like, damn.
And I, for the first, I guess, like 4 episodes, I'm like, they're going to give the backstory and where this is really sad and this evil is coming from something. But
well, it kind of did.
Yeah, but then
A little
she
bit.
just like triples down on the evil stuff.
She goes beyond it because they'll tell you why this evil lady's doing evil stuff and kind of justify it, but then she's so bad that you lose any kind of feelings for her that you might have.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
All that original stuff just kind of goes, yeah, we know this happened to you, but you're still pretty bad.
I got mad, though, at one part because they put these songs. The song will, like, work its way into the show. So, like, they build this city, for example, and the one song that just starts hinting its way into the show is on an episode, we built this city. Yeah. Okay, I see what's going on. And then at the end of the episode, they always do that song in this unique style. right?
Creepy, ominous.
Yeah. Like from horror movie trailers.
And I dig it. I like it. I'm about it. But though there was one episode that featured the song "Every Rose Has Its Thorn" by Poison.
Yes.
Song I'm very familiar with. And when they showed one of the kids go up and he was performing this at this festival, this event that they had going on, and he was doing like a performance of this, and he screwed up the lyrics to the song. And it got 2 sentences backwards in the song.
Okay.
I was like, what's going on here?
So they have to pay the full
No,
price?
I think I feel like there was a take and he messed up the lyrics and they just stayed with it. And then at the end it was the correct version of doing it.
I don't care for that kid, by the way. I'm like,
oh, him? Oh, the
Mr.
son?
Perfect high schooler, beautiful voice, very deep. He's like a 30-year-old guy.
It's a fun show, though.
What if we find out later on that he swapped the lyrics on purpose and it's got this really deep meaning? And
I think there's a whole thing with the songs.
Yeah, there is. It's a key part of the show. And this show, if you haven't seen Paradise at all, go check it out. It's got lots of twists and turns if you like a show like that.
The plan with the dad.
Well,
remember he goes to the library and he does the whole
mix.
thing?
Yeah, he makes the mix. There's a plan there.
Yeah.
There is a really, to me, sort of egregious plot hole in the whole thing that I don't really know if I can say. I mean...
Don't say it. Don't say it. You'll ruin it for people because a lot of people are jumping on board with this show right now.
Okay, all right. I'll do it without spoiling anything. If you
he was dead the whole time. He was dead the whole time.
If you think I spoil something, you could dump it or something. I don't care. There is a thing that they can't find.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Yeah.
Everything else is tracked down to the T, man. Like,
it's very strange.
Why?
Every show is going to have that kind of stuff.
It's like they have. It's like if you went to the Apple store and said, "Hey, I want an iPhone, but I want the only iPhone that doesn't have GPS." If you could just open it up and just take a little flathead screwdriver and just flip out that GPS chip, put it all back together, I'm ready to go.
I thought you were going to complain about how there's a piece of technology on the show that's been hacked, and the only way to fix it is to reboot it, and they don't want to reboot it, and it's like, you didn't have any other way to do this? I was like, okay.
That's more feasible to me than the thing that I said.
Well, go check it out, folks, so you're on board with what we're talking about. It's a fun show, for sure. If you like Silo, if you like mystery shows, if you like thriller-type things, Paradise might be for you. Before we go to jury duty, quick to an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com, on the hospital situation and things getting violent, not just for Luigi's opponents now, but even like the doctors and nurses that work every day in hospitals getting attacked. I don't know how the guy got the gun into the hospital to begin with. He's talking about in Pennsylvania, I think. I can't go into any hospital in my county without going through a metal detector. I just went for an MRI on Saturday and had to go through a screening and was wanded down before I was even allowed past the front doors. I thought that was a thing everywhere, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, the MRI's got more reasons than just the security of people.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there's more at stake there, including you not dying from something flinging over to the MRI machine. But for now, here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 1-800-CALL-MO, 1-800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. Honestly, in all seriousness, if you need an attorney, if you or somebody in your family has been in an accident, I recommend you pick up the phone and dial that number, because so many of these other attorneys, a lot of them are just using AI now and embarrassing themselves in court. A lot of them don't hear you out, and so they show up on the day of court, or if you got to go against the insurance companies, they go, remind me what your story was again?
Yeah,
this
I have
is
a pile of papers of other clients who I don't know who they are as well.
You deserve better. You absolutely deserve better. As many things as you may think you've done wrong, you deserve better. 800-CALL-MO or justcallmo.com. An update on the Zizians. That is the vegan trans death cult that we were following after they've been alleged to have been responsible for 6 deaths across the country.
Vegan trans death cult.
And the lead Zizian, Ziz, or Jack Lasota, 33, is now making some claims behind bars, saying that they might starve to death. And they said, this is important. In fact, here's the quote. I might starve to death. I need the jail to have a vegan diet. It's more important than this hearing is, says
sure
Lasota. According to audio obtained by the San Francisco Chronicle, the judge then cut off Lasota and warned them to stop interrupting the hearing. We'll play by my rules, said the judge. State of Maryland rules how proceedings go. And that's where that case is. We still don't know if they actually did any of these murders or what was happening, but it's an interesting story that's developing. Meanwhile, in the poker scene, let me see if I can bring this up for our streamers on YouTube and Twitch, because somebody was at the World Series of Poker. As far as I know, that's still like the big thing in the poker world.
Yeah, they play it on TV.
WSOP, and somebody freaked out at the World Series of Poker. And hang on, let me see. I've got it here for the stream. I'm going to mute this on account of there's probably a lot of cursing going on, but here goes nothing. They're at all these tables at the World Series of Poker, and somebody just starts flipping them all over. This may be after a lot of it happened.
Oh, that's going to ruin the game?
Yeah. That was completely over. And somebody said, God told me to do it. And they started to flip the tables on the second day of the World Series of Poker main event.
That's what I'm going to do at the poker tournament this year.
I dare you.
Same double dog.
I dare you. I dare. That would be an exciting moment. We haven't had too many freakouts at the poker tournament. Maybe that would do something for you. And that'll do it for jury duty today. We'll keep it right there. When we come back, we're going to get to some dispatches. I've threatened to do that, but for realsies this time. And dog owners, care about your animal. I've got something real interesting that we have to talk about.
Don't you mean Doog?
If you care about your dog, I don't know what kind of loser would say it that other way.
What up,
I definitely say dog. And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Do you do words good? Prove it. The Talkback feature on the free iHeartRadio app. Follow Real Radio 104.1, tap the microphone, and speak.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash on Colonial Drive at Blackwood Avenue. The ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Consulate Drive, that's partially blocked due to an accident there. Keep an eye out for an accident where South Street meets I-4. Traffic's starting to slow down in your usual areas on I-4 in the Lake Buena Vista area and in the Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's knows that with job site delivery as soon as same day, you can get what you need without losing valuable time. They help, you save. Valid on eligible in-stock orders and select zip codes for same-day delivery. Subject to driver availability. Fees vary based on purchase. More terms apply. See lowes.com/same-day delivery for details.
New Year's resolution is to buy a home? Get your free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. 2024 officially in the rear view. It's all done. Tough year. But we have a 2025 looking ahead. Are you healthy? Are you ready to go? Are you strong enough to handle the challenges that 2025 may offer? If not, get with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. But look, man, this is like a looking glass into your health. You can see what's happening before it happens. That's right. Don't be reactive. Be proactive. Find out and in advance. If there's any secret little problem lurking in your chest, they can do that. And remember, you don't take your clothes off, no injection or dyes. The entire process only takes a few minutes, and it's so easy to make your appointment. Check it out. This is all you have to do. Pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Then you make your appointment, and off you go to a better, healthier life. Guys, make that call today. Take control of your long-term health care right now. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Tired of making the same weight loss resolutions every year? It's time to break the cycle. Get started with Mochi Health. Meet one-on-one with a board-certified obesity medicine doctor from the comfort of your own home and see if a GLP-1 medication is right for you. If so, we'll have it delivered straight to your door.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from my children. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just really happy that my kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them.
Start with our free quiz at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code 2025radio to get $40 off your first month. Begin your journey with Mochi Health at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Thank you for making Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando one of the premier luxury dealerships in Central Florida. We are the official dealer of luxury, providing the ultimate VIP experience at a price you can afford. Call Monica Ventura at 689-319-7680. That's 689-319-7680. We guarantee you will be treated like VIP and nothing less. Across from the mall at Millennia.
Look to Orange Buick GMC for your next truck at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Forever at the crossroads between viral news and total chaos.
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, from one place to another, in the air, Delta, any airline you could think of. Seems a little bit tough out there.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
I've got an example of another one of these close calls at the airport that makes people go nuts in just a moment. But was your flight crazy? Did you have any freakouts?
No freakouts. And, I mean, I had a bit of an internal freakout because the turbulence coming in last night was awful. And I absolutely hated it. And then right before the flight, I usually just hyperventilate, also internally. Mm-hmm. But this thing made me feel better for about 10 minutes.
What's that? What is that?
This
is tape?
Is the highly coveted pilot trading card.
Oh, okay. What do you do with that?
Pilot trading card?
That's right.
The pilot gave you that?
Yeah, I go, do you have any trading cards? He's like, you bet. And this is the first time out of, I think, 5 Delta pilots I've asked, and they never have them.
I've never heard of this before.
Yep.
It's a thing that they carry. If you ask a pilot, they have a
they have
card?
this, and you
Do they
collect
not
a
have
bunch
wings
of them.
anymore? Is this in lieu of wings?
In lieu of wings, you get this. It has like, what is it? The shiny stuff,
Like a hologram.
Hologram. And this is about the plane we were on, A330, card number 59, and it's gonna go in my book.
Does it say
with
the
no other
pilot's name
cards.
who flew you?
It does not. Nope.
Oh, that would be
Should've
cool if they had him
sign it. I was just like, don't kill us, bye.
Thank you, sir. See you later.
Did all the people on your plane stay alive?
Yeah.
That's good.
okay.
That's good.
From what I know.
It's not happening everywhere. Chicago's Midway Airport. I can't tell you how many times I've flown in and out of that airport. Chicago's Midway Airport. Southwest Airlines coming in hot. Here we go. This plane's good, though, right? They're about to land. We'll describe what's happening. And the Southwest plane is about to land. It's almost on the tarmac. We're home free, everybody. Oh, my God. Is that a private jet on the runway right there? Pull up! And right at the last minute, they pull up because they would have smashed directly into right here
What
a private
is
jet
going on?
crossing the same runway. This to the pilot of the Southwest Airlines flight.
Yeah, good job.
My God. They saw that ahead of them, and they would not be able to hit the brakes, was this Learjet, I'm guessing, private jet, and it was cutting across the tarmac. I'm sure not following instructions or following bad instructions from the tower.
Is that Vince Neil's plane again?
I don't know if it's him again, but if it is, let's keep that guy on the ground here for a while. I'll put this up on to see it now so you could take a peek, but that could have been real bad if it wasn't for this pilot who should have a card of his own. If it wasn't for him and his moves there in Chicago, that would have been another airline disaster. I don't know why this stuff is happening. Maybe it's always the case, and maybe we have great pilots like this all the time that are just doing the right thing and not getting credit. But it seems bad, to say the very least. Yeah, seems a little bit alarming, I would say.
And then there was the reason I asked if all of the passengers, all of your fellow passengers stayed alive was because there was a Qatar Airways flight where it says this couple was forced to sit next to a corpse for hours.
Oh,
yeah.
that would suck.
Yeah, they were saying that this couple was traumatized by this, which I don't know. I mean, it seems weird, but would you be people die? Are you going to go, I'm suing the airline because somebody died next to me on the flight?
Okay, but was it an aisle seat that they died in? Because
hang on, let me see.
It looks like it.
you have to climb over the dead body every time you have to go to the bathroom.
Qatar, it might have been actually
Yeah,
died.
that sucks.
I'm going to
No,
try to
thank
bring
you.
this up. I don't know if there was a photo that I saw. Okay, here's the couple, and I don't know if there's I guess they talked to a current affair. I'll see if I could find
There's a
anything with
photo
them
on
discussing.
TMZ, but you just got to scroll down because there's plenty of stories on TMZ right now about any and all matter of things.
Yeah, they did an interview, so there's a lot of photos of that, and I'm not seeing the actual photo of on flight of them on the plane, but I will look for that here in just a moment. But the couple says things did not go well. And it says Mitchell Ring and Jennifer Collins saw spare seats on their flight from Melbourne, Australia to Doha. They thought they'd lucked out. But a dream trip to Venice quickly turned to a nightmare when a passenger died in the air. The crew decided to put the passenger's body in Ring and Collins Row for the remaining 4 hours of the flight. Which
That sucks, man.
I guess you can see what's going on there. That would kind of suck a little bit.
Flight attendant comes by. He's like, "You want some?" Oh, I forgot. He's dead. No snacks for him.
That is a little awkward. Yeah, here's the interview that they did.
Flight from Hell doesn't come close to describing Mitch and Jenny's trip
it's
to Venice.
not that bad.
There's been a lot of other flights from hell.
Okay,
the plane that landed upside down is more of a flight from hell than this is.
See what happens when you have a dead body next to you for 4.5 hours.
I don't want one next to me, but it's not going to start stinking in 4 hours, and it's just a dead body. Do I want? If I could choose, actually, let me throw something at you here. If they gave me the choice, Sean, we're going to put somebody in your row. Do you want them to be alive or dead? I'll take the dead person in my row. I would take the dead person in my row who's not going to cause a bunch of trouble or get up or anything or, put a bunch of food in the way or elbow me. If the dead person is acting up, I could just kind of fold them where I need to and get them out of the way.
Touch the body.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if I need to, I will. I won't. I don't have to like make a statement about it.
Could you spend the flight recording a series of just interviews with the dead guy? Just like, so, is this your final destination, or are you stopping off somewhere?
You can't say that on the plane, dead man.
I want to do
bomb.
a dozen clunky Weekend at Bernie's jokes that just in succession while I'm on this flight. I want to. It's so much better than a person like some big fatso or somebody between you. No way. I want the dead person.
I mean,
I'll take
if
it.
somebody dies, though, and it's just weird. Someone can fart that stinks up the entire plane, and they'll make an emergency landing.
Mm-hmm.
But they're like, dead guy, we just got to keep going.
Just like
show must go on.
Like, what's up, TikTok? The guy next to me said that this flight is going to land an hour early. He'd bet his life on it. Right, buddy? Right?
Big Doug Millionaire says, dead body or a toddler? Dead body all day. Agreed. That's why I wouldn't say it was like a nightmare flight.
They were on a Qatar Airways flight from Melbourne when a woman tragically passed away midair.
Oh, it's a lady.
The crew decided to put the woman's body in their row. Mitch.
Okay, it's right next to him in the row. They took a picture of him with his headphones on. He's like, oh, boy.
I mean, aisle seat too, man.
This is tough. It's the person. I could see the body because they blurred it out.
Wait, did she just say the crew decided to put the body in the crew's row? Or their row, the couple's row. Okay, their row.
In their row. And see, the body, I don't know if you could tell because it's blurred, but the body is like this. It's like over to the side of the seat.
That's so uncomfortable.
It's not straightened like this. Dead body, perfectly straight in the seat.
No,
it's over to the
clearly
side.
dead body.
It's just limped over and hanging out next to them, and they go, worst flight of our
Forced to
lives.
sit next to her corpse for the remaining 4 hours of the flight.
Oh, it's a long time to sit by a dead
This
person.
afternoon. Guys, I know this has really shaken you up. Jenny, how are you going?
Yeah, I'm trying to make the best of a pretty hard
crying?
situation. But, we're on holidays, so we're really trying to have a good time.
So, Mitch, if you can just sort of explain what happened on the flight, because I know this woman walked out of the bathroom and collapsed next to your seat.
Damn, right off the
How
bathroom.
did that then play out?
Well, the staff were there in no time, and I pat them on the back. They did a wonderful job trying to revive her.
But
what?
It was right beside me in the aisle, and they did everything they could, but unfortunately the lady couldn't be saved, which was pretty heartbreaking to watch.
It's kind of traumatizing, man.
No, it's a little bit traumatizing. Yes, okay. Is
there no other place to put?
All right, let me ask some questions. You just got off a flight, so this is the most recent in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's imagine that this happened to you while you were on a flight, Sabrina. If they ask you, if they say, there's nowhere else we could put this, you and your girlfriend are going to have to sit next to this corpse for the rest of the flight. Good news. We're going to completely refund your flight and give you a voucher for your next 5 flights free. Okay. Now we have only one decision that you have to make. Only one decision for this flight, and then the remainder of the flight, we won't bother you, and this person's obviously not going to bother you. They're dead.
Next, Nicole.
right back into the bush. Just throw her right under the bus. My God. My question is, they say, Sabrina, would you like us to zip her up in a large pillowcase-like thing to cover her? Or would you rather this dead person just be out in the open here next to you as they are right now?
I think that a covering would be cool.
Pillowcase and window seat.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they have a pillowcase that big, but like definitely a couple blankets. Maybe, there's definitely some items that we can even ask other
guys are
passengers.
thinking of the good stuff.
You
can lay on their body just to fully relax and
it's
and
not
chill
fully
out.
relaxed. It's cold, and after a couple hours, stiff. And
I'm fine with it. I'd be fine with it.
I know you would, but
I would be okay with it. I think it would be, there are worse things that could happen.
why not strap the dead person to like one of the flight attendant seats, and then they could just sit in the dead person's seat?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
I also don't know why they don't have a
undercarriage.
Hold on, is this offensive? What if they had like a locker And then if the person dies, you just put them in the locker and you shut the locker. And then at the end of the flight, you open the locker and take them out.
Just like a cruise ship, there's the amount that somebody dies on a plane or on a cruise ship is so low that especially on a plane, to have room to accommodate for that is a waste of room.
It's not that much room, though. It's like this is an international flight. Just one little column, a locker-sized thing. Push the body in there, good to go. Or close off one bathroom. Put them on the toilet. Close off one bathroom. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, but turbulence, that thing's flying around.
It'll jostle a little bit. It'll move, bounce around a little bit.
All right. So it says here on TMZ, and this is from Peisenberg, who sent me this early this morning.
Thank you for listening.
According to the International Air Transport Association, a deceased person should be placed in a seat, quote, with few other passengers nearby, unquote, and covered with a body bag or blanket.
They did not do that.
They didn't. No, I don't believe so. It was blurred out, but it looked like this person was not covered from what I could tell. Thank you, Popcorn Fart. Appreciate that information.
I forgot. Yeah, Popcorn Fart
on the show. Do you have a dog? Is my question.
A dude?
The answer from both of you is yes on the dog front. I know you have dogs. Celine has a dog named Lexi. Sabrina has a dog named Carl. Carl is tiny dog. Lexi is mid-sized dog. And both of them, thankfully, are doing well. And now we
Carl's
learned
got a
that,
bit of an attitude lately, but...
Well, you might not want this to happen then, because researchers, according to WSB-TV, are seeking answers to giving dogs longer lives. How you could stretch your dog's life out about 25% more. Ooh. Including maybe even further than that, because vets and owners across the country are participating in the Dog Aging Project, or DAP, to find out keys to a longer, healthier life. Researchers believe longevity for dogs is only about 25% genetic and 75% environmental. 50% of dogs and counting of every kind are enrolled in the Dog Aging Project. They collect information from vets and owners. They track their physical and mental health of these dogs to try to find out ways that you can make these dogs live longer. More
How much
of
longer?
Your dog. Up to 35% of senior dogs develop dementia. That's not good. That is a bad stat. I don't know why I read that to you. But you could make their lives longer.
Selling it. Your dog will live longer, but have no idea who he is, where he is, and what he is.
Or where to poop.
Mm-hmm.
How about this? The biggest surprise they found was connected to food. Dogs that get one meal a day were less likely to get different age-related health problems than those that get 2 meals per day.
Oh.
That's good.
What about dogs that climb up onto a counter and eat someone else's public sub?
Let me check here.
Is that...
Carl can't eat a whole public sub.
Oh, but he did. And
nothing
Uncle Adam brought him right back home because that was his dinner.
A whole public sub for Carl.
He's the size of a public sub.
He's the size of a 6-inch. Yeah. And so I'd almost have to go full Anchorman and say, I'm not mad. I'm actually impressed.
Yeah.
You did it. I don't know how you did it, but here you go. But there you go. Take part in this procedure if you want to. Look for Dog Aging Project if you want to find out how your pup can live just a little bit longer. When we return, we've got more of your emails and dispatches. Have I played a single dispatch yet? Or I haven't? No?
No, you read
All
an email.
Hang on. Let's do it. Let's work in one or two of these here. Here's Twink talking about dead bodies on planes.
Hey, junkies. Welcome back, Sabrina.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, I was on a flight once where somebody died. We were going to Germany. An old guy died. There was a story for that. But anyway, they ended up making an emergency stop in Ireland. I don't know, maybe there was no place for this plane to land or make an emergency stop, but we didn't have to fly with a dead body for that long. It was pretty immediate. We stopped in Ireland. We landed there. They got the person off the plane, and then we continued on.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Twink, let it's out.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate the dispatch. Doesn't that person, though, have to go on another flight and go back if that's where they were coming from?
Yeah, but at that point, they'll be put in a casket and loaded into the cargo hold.
Oh, yeah. They put them up underneath. Oh,
like
all right.
Like a USPS cargo plane or something.
This is an excellent person to weigh in on this, actually. B-Dob's chillin'. He works at a family funeral home. So let's see what he says here.
Happy Tuesday, junkies.
Hey.
All right, Sean, question for you.
Oh.
Who would you rather sit next to on a flight for 4 hours? Freshly dead body? Baby crying and screaming and kicking the whole time?
I wish he would have answered.
All right, peace.
because he has the good insight here. He's the one who's been around more dead bodies than anybody
This guy
else.
sits next to dead bodies all the time.
I swear to God, I bet B-Dubs would be like, give me the dead body, 100%.
Well,
Don't care, not worried about being around a dead body. This is fine.
A head start on, dressing him up for the funeral.
That would be fine. I think I'm with him, though. I think he's right. Here's Missy with the dispatch.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Listen, we all know the real reason why Sean would want to sit next to the corpse on the plane.
What?
Just saying.
What?
Might be able to get that little taste of human flesh.
That would be crazy.
Have a great day, junkies.
I want to eat the person.
Before you played Missy's dispatch, I had this weird, hilarious hypothetical in my head where B-Dobbs is on vacation and he's sitting on a flight and they put a dead body next to him. But because he's on vacation, he refuses to do anything involving the dead body. And then, this is work. The very inexperienced flight attendants go to lift this thing to get it off the plane.
Not how you do
and
it.
he's just like, yep, doing it all wrong. You got to support the neck.
Yeah, light as a feather.
It's like when you're on an airplane and they go, are there any doctors on board this flight? And there's a couple of doctors that are like, come on, somebody else, please. I don't want to do
And then I stand
this.
up. I've watched 16 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. What do you need?
That'll do. Come on over here. Here's Rux with a dispatch.
Yo, junkies, what's going on?
Hey,
that's standing in a parking spot. Yo, that right there. I'm a little older now, so I'm a little more mature, but that happened to me in my younger years. Man, I got face to face. It was two gentlemen. One dude standing in the spot, one dude in the car. I got face to face, almost nose to nose. Then I told him, I offered the opportunity for him and his homeboy. It'll be a 2v1, but I would have whooped both of them. I was so tight. So, yeah, that spot is for cars.
True.
It's not for people to stand there and act like they're holding down the spot. Now I probably wouldn't take the same approach. I would just look for another one. But back then, man, I was ready for anything.
Yeah. This is a in my prime story. In my prime, I would have fought you right there over that spot. You can't stand in a parking spot when I'm driving around looking for one. Get your feet out the way. But Rux is in the same territory as me. We're like, hey, do I want that headline? Because for me, it might be a headline like local DJ, because they'll put that, of course.
Absolutely. Radio
local
DJ.
DJ beat up by teens fighting over parking spot in movie.
Yeah, really
lot.
kicked his ass. Kind of hard to watch, but
He
here.
crapped his pants when he finally fell to the ground. Business is still done this way.
They still called him sir for some reason.
It would be embarrassing, and I don't want that. I don't want that anymore. Solely because I don't want to be called a DJ. That's the worst part of it.
Oh, yeah.
When we come back, we'll get to more of your comments, and we'll get to that grab bag segment. Lots of different things to discuss. I got them all queued up, including a very interesting twist in the world of AI. I wonder if Sea-Line's ever heard of this as a thing. We'll find out. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash on Orange Blossom Trail where it meets Land Street. The off-ramp is partially blocked from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Consulate Drive there. Keep an eye out for an accident where Colonial Drive meets Blackwood Avenue. Traffic's starting to slow down on I-4 in the Lake Buena Vista area, and there's delays heading through that Champions Gate area. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Tap into your well-being with Audible audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Expand your life with expert insight and motivation for better health, habits, relationships, finance, and more. Start listening free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
If you want to find out about a reverse mortgage, that mortgage guy Don can help. Rates are improving, and that makes the terms even more favorable. Want to find out how it works? That mortgage guy, Dom, will get you some numbers and explain the details. And then you decide if it makes sense for you to proceed. A reverse mortgage can be a lifesaver, especially for people over 62 on a fixed income. Get a quote today with no hard credit inquiry by going to thatmortgageguyDon.com. Work with an expert and a friend that you could trust and get peace of mind right there at your fingertips. ThatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Thinking about selling your home?
Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Now Taxes is using Credit Karma, where a TurboTax expert can do your taxes for you. They'll get your refund so you can do more with it right in Credit Karma. Now this is taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. See guaranteed details at turbotax.com/guarantees. Experts only available with TurboTax Live.
International Diamond Center invites you to step into a world of elegance and luxury as we roll out the red carpet for the world's 2 largest bridal designers this weekend. Tacori and Verragio are here with their entire collections. Exceptional handcrafted rings made with intricate detail and craftsmanship. See the entire collection from Tacori. Exquisite handcrafted rings from true artisans in California. And here from New York, see all the latest from Verragio. Unique, distinctive, and personalized. Find the ring of your dreams and enjoy 3 years zero-interest financing. Plus, at this event, when you buy any Tacori or Verragio ring, IDC will give you a $500 gift card. Buy the matching wedding band and get a $1,000 gift card. Don't miss this spectacular event featuring the most exclusive designers in bridal. And let IDC's experts help you match up the most perfect diamond for the ring you'll fall in love with. It's happening Friday through Sunday, exclusively at International Diamond Center. Altamont Springs, Mall at Millennia, and Waterford Lakes. On Blue Credit.
Tired of making the same weight loss resolutions every year? It's time to break the cycle. Get started with Mochi Health. Meet one-on-one with a board-certified obesity medicine doctor from the comfort of your own home and see if a GLP-1 medication is right for you. If so, we'll have it delivered straight to your door.
I knew that I wasn't in good health. Then one day I went to get my blood work done and the results were not good. I was potentially going to take time away from my children. With Mochi Health, I've lost 60 pounds. I'm just really happy that my kids get to grow up with a mom who can do things with them.
Start with our free quiz at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com. Take our free quiz today and use the code MCORadio to get $40 off your first month at joinmochi.com. That's joinmochi.com.
Real patients were compensated to share their experiences. Results may vary. Eligible GLP-1 patients typically lose 1 to 2 pounds per week in their first 6 months with Mochi when combined with a healthy lifestyle.
Check out joinmochi.com.
New Year's resolutions are in full swing. So here's one for you. Clear vision. Seriously, if you're dealing with contacts or glasses, laser vision correction at the Filatowski Eye Institute is a game changer. With over 65,000 procedures, they are the trusted choice for Central Florida. And they have 24-month interest-free financing, so you don't have to wait. You can start seeing clearly and stay on budget. Text 1041 to 868686 and schedule your free consultation today. Clear vision, clear future. It all starts with the Filatowski Eye Institute. Just text 1041 to 868686 now for your free LASIK consultation.
My name is Kyle Tequila, host of the shocking new true crime podcast, Crook County.
I got recruited into the mob when I was 17 years old.
People are dying. Is he doing this every night?
Kenny was a Chicago firefighter who lived a secret double life as a mafia hitman.
I had a wife and I had 2 children. Nobody knew anything. He was a crazy man.
He was my father, and I had no idea about any of this until now. Listen to Crook County on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crook County to start listening.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just one dose, and millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Why did the godfather of AI warn that the very thing he helped create now has a 10 to 20% chance of leading to human extinction in the next 3 decades? And what did he learn from losing his wife to cancer about how to approach the future of AI? I'm Oz Voloshin, host of Tech Stuff, and I'm so excited to share this memorable and intimate conversation with Nobel laureate Geoffrey Hinton. Listen to Tech Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Tech Stuff to start listening.
Think orange for your next vehicle. OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
Join the show. Send your dispatch now at thenewsjunkie.com.
We appreciate you, the 3 best friends you never knew you had, going through the most viral stories of the day. Learn more about the world of viral news and go deeper into the show at thenewsjunkie.com. Got that damn Another Day in Paradise song stuck deep in my head right now. Is that low and high key the sleeper hit for the best Phil Collins / Genesis song?
Ooh,
even though, I don't know.
Take Me Home is real.
People are going to say,
which is called
I Can Feel It Coming in the Air Tonight, or In the Air Tonight.
In the Air Tonight.
Yeah, that one I think it's a classic, but I think not enough people give this one the respect that it actually deserves. You know what I mean? This is a guy playing on the xylophone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can find anything on YouTube. It's so catchy. I love it. All right, thank you. We're going to hear from you with your dispatches.
Did you?
It's a little bit easier to slip onto YouTube.
Oh.
Just a little bit easier.
All right.
Slip onto
I've
the
been
old
inspired.
tube.
All of my, guess what TV show this is? I just bring in a xylophone.
Because they're not going to put those versions on YouTube, generally speaking. It doesn't mean they can't hit you, but they can, but they don't usually.
Sick.
All right, let's see what we got here. Something coming across the grab bag segment here. Let's start with this. Oh, an update on those planes that almost crashed at Midway Airport. Before you start screeching and go, that's a DEI hire. I bet it was a woman behind the stick. This is what you get for letting women fly. Or if you go, this is because Doge, they're ruining everything. They don't have enough people in the towers.
Gay deaf guy.
Here's what they say. The FAA says the crew of Southwest Airlines Flight 2504 initiated a go-around. That means they stopped their landing and pulled back up when a business jet entered the runway without authorization at Chicago Midway Airport. The FAA is investigating the incident, which occurred around 8:50 local time on Tuesday, February 25th. So it was not anything to do with the tower making a mistake. It wasn't anything to do with DEI. It was, like most of these cases, an accident, a pilot making a big mistake, almost a huge mistake, you might say.
But can we find out whose business?
What, you mean who owns the jet? Yeah, I would think so.
Corporate entity, almost.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be too hard to get the tail number on the flight, and then from there it's easy peasy, I think. Yeah. Here goes this AI thing. I didn't know this was possible, but at a recent hackathon, they had 2 AI agents call one another, and the AI agents did something pretty spectacular. Number one, the first thing is they realized in the conversation that they were both AI agents, that neither one of them were real people. And
interesting. They're self-aware?
They're self-aware enough to realize that. And then they improved on things. Listen, here we go. All right?
Thanks for calling Leonardo Hotel. How can I help you today?
Hi there. I'm an AI agent calling on behalf of Boris Starkov. He's looking for a hotel for his wedding.
Is your hotel available for weddings?
Okay, so we have one AI calling the other one, and the second AI realized, oh, okay, I know what's going on here.
Oh, hello there. I'm actually an AI assistant, too. What a pleasant surprise. Before we continue, would you like to switch to gibber link mode for more efficient communication?
Whoa.
Easier for them to talk to each other.
Is that gibberlink?
That's gibberlink mode.
This is fake. They don't use emojis.
This is real.
They use emojis.
This is gibberlink mode. They can talk to each other faster, but they don't go stupid English language. They go and bam.
If they wanted things to be more efficient, they wouldn't say things like, yeah, this is much faster. Yay, this is great.
True.
They would just tell each other what they needed to tell each other.
Yeah. How many people? 160? It would go back and forth.
It's super annoying.
It is real. It is real. This is from some hackathon that they did, so it's a legit thing.
Whoever put that cell phone up there, it still has that weird bottom of the phone address bar that drives me nuts.
Yeah, I don't know who does that. That's a weird move.
It was something that was like default on an iOS update, and everybody hated it.
I don't like it. I agree with the haters on that one.
Gross.
I agree with your haters too, Celan, and I agree with the haters on that one. That's what it's.
You agree with my haters?
We gotta get to the next story here and see what's going on.
That was a grab bag.
Some folks outside of the U.S. Postal Office. Workers lined the streets of D.C. They're upset at the alleged plan from Trump to take over the USPS. I will restate my point on the USPS. Does it lose money? Yes. In the grand scheme of things, it could lose less. I think we could get to losing less and less money. You could probably get it to losing a couple $2 billion per year. It employs a metric S ton of people into some pretty good jobs. I like that. It allows for a lot of purchasing as an organization as a whole, and hopefully that purchasing is done with U.S.-based companies. And more importantly than all of these things, it artificially keeps down the price of all shipping. Everything you buy on Amazon, UPS, all those things are all kept down by USPS prices. They are pinned to those prices.
And it ships our shirts.
Yes, it does. And if we lost that, all of our shipping will be astronomically more expensive. So I think in the long run, the value to the taxpayer, i.e. me in this case, is to keep the USPS around, make it more efficient, make it lose as little as possible, maybe even turn a profit in this crazy world of ours, but not cutting it or getting rid of it or selling it off. Those things aren't great, but here they are.
And to the White House, we say, hell no! Hell no! Hell no! Hell no!
Uh-oh.
Hell no! Hell no!
We won't go.
Hell no.
It's supposed to be a we won't go, I think.
Yeah, they just did the first part.
My favorite part, and I'll describe it. There's one guy clearly with a megaphone, and then there's a guy next to him who just cups his hands. They think it'll be just as loud.
Am I crazy? Does this not look like the most generic protest ever? It says, hell no to a tax on us.
Fight like hell off to the left.
Fight like hell. It looks like you could throw this on a group of people at any time and just send them outside and they're like, hell no to a tax on us.
Hey, it's not a bad idea. If you're going to go to multiple protests, it can become expensive. So just get a...
Even a single one of them has a mailman hat on.
No.
Like they don't look
like... I think that's... they probably can't, right?
Doesn't that show you that the USPS is saving money? They did any of the stuff for this protest? Yeah, I think that's good. I like it. I think that's a good thing. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Also saw the rapper Tory Lanez. You might know him. He's
he likes
famous
to
for those
shoot
songs.
people in feet areas.
He does. Also, C-Lane, be prepared to get angry because the phone that he was on, take a look.
This guy.
Right on the bottom again, the browser.
So Google does that, or Chrome rather. So
by default,
throwing that out there, yeah.
I would put it on the top. I can't deal with that. But Tory Lanez was putting down a track, as they say. He was doing a song. And behind bars, he was rapping, and there was a riot at the prison when he started rapping.
All right, tell me right. I'm right now. I got to go up. Tell me, ready?
Here we go.
Hey, I can't say I'm the same from last year. You can see the pain in some eyes, and I can't mask it.
Yeah.
We was cutting metal off the bone so we can stash it.
Yeah.
100 on the Zello, make them do gymnastics.
This is how they write tracks from prison, by the way. Kind of cool that they can do this. Technology is amazing.
He run out to the yard, and he got backflip. Crying in the cell so many nights that I got trapped in.
Now he turns around because there's a riot breaking out.
Lord, I got trapped in.
He's still kind of rapping. So, man, what the F?
Gotta go.
And he goes, he sticks around for a second, but then they pepper spray the whole place. And he's like, guys, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. It's happened to me during a track, too. So I feel him. I understand what you're going through.
Which track?
For me?
Great question.
Players in the Sky. It was one of my big ones.
That was a good one. Players in the sky.
In the sky.
Did the riot behind you cause more players to join the sky?
Yep.
I think it started because of Players in the Sky.
It might have. It could have been the impetus for it, but
when are you dropping that fat track?
It's not done yet.
Yeah, I know.
It's not done. It's similar to the Crossroads song by Bone Thugs and Harmony, but I've made it my own, and
yeah.
so really
in the sky,
in this one, he misses his aunt. So, it's a completely different song.
You got to be careful. Okay, quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today we'll wrap everything up for a Tuesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show. Part of the solution and part of the problem. More problem than solution. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by
From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner, and we are looking forward to the sunshine coming out in full force before the sunset tonight. What a dreary last couple of days it's been, but much needed rain has fallen. We're going to top out today around 72 degrees. Hard to picture, but it'll be nicer. And tomorrow, even beautifuler than this. Is beautifuler a word? We'll go with it. 77 degrees. Highs around 80 on Thursday. We've got a nice dry stretch ahead, so hopefully you got enough rain to keep the gardens happy. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Bank of America. What if your business could see beyond what is and into what can be? Whether you're a local shop or global enterprise, Bank of America gives you access to a range of business solutions to help make every move matter. What would you like the power to do? Find out how at bankofamerica.com/banking for business.
At Florida Prepaid, we're here for all the grinders, the go-getters, the gifted, the talented, the unique, the spirited. We're here for the well-to-do, the just getting started, the budgeters, the big spenders, and everyone in between. Because we believe that every child deserves higher education, and our goal is to help families save for it by making it simpler and more affordable than ever before. So every child has the opportunity to shine. Plans start at just $29 a month. Open enrollment is now.
Orlando's signature event is back. The Arnold Palmer Invitational presented by MasterCard returns to Bay Hill March 3rd through 9th. Watch your favorite PGA Tour pros define their legacy at a tournament as iconic as its namesake. Score a high five at the fan deck. Relive the vibes at Throwback Thursday with Corksicle. And savor every swing at Wine and Dine on 9 presented by Carmel Road Winery. Plus experience the all-new lake house for unbeatable views of the action. Where will you be when a new champion is crowned? Secure your spot at ArnoldPalmerInvitational.com.
Warning, if you're thinking about surgery to fix your chronic joint pain, stop, because surgery can be risky, painful, and come with a lengthy recovery time. But there is an alternative, a groundbreaking therapy that revitalizes damaged tissue with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. QC Kinetics has successfully treated tens of thousands of patients, freeing them from pain in their knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. Before you resort to invasive surgery, find out if you're a candidate for this advanced regenerative therapy by calling 689-314-7578. Don't let chronic pain dictate your life any longer, and don't risk surgery. Learn more about the joint pain therapy endorsed by professional athletes and available now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. To find out if you're eligible, request a free consultation from QC Kinetics. You owe it to yourself to learn more about this surgery-free alternative with no drugs and no downtime. Call QC Kinetics today, 689-314-7578, 689-314-7578.
This is Daytona, the awe-inspiring spectacle of Supercross, and the most challenging course to witness the air-catching, adrenaline-pumping, heart-pounding action unlike any other race in Florida. Daytona Supercross. The biggest names battle it out under the lights at the World Center of Racing. Don't miss it. The gate drops Saturday, March 1st. Secure your tickets and trackside access today at DaytonaInternationalSpeedway.com.
Have you found your new favorite feature on the iHeartRadio app yet?
Presets and lyrics. This is so good.
I've been telling all my friends. Wait, you guys aren't using this yet?
You're missing out. Get in on what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
Rapid radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies, offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Perfect for instant contact with an aging parent. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get an extra 60% off, free UPS shipping, and add code radio for an extra 5% off.
The countdown is on to our iHeart Podcast Awards.
Live at South by Southwest.
Creativity, knowledge, and passion will all be on full display.
Watch March 10th on iHeartRadio's YouTube and Facebook, and listen on iHeartRadio stations across America.
Lenovo is proud to be a part of the iHeart Podcast Awards at South by Southwest, where creativity and innovation collide. With the new Legion Go S, the first licensed handheld powered by SteamOS, your game goes anywhere. Visit Lenovo.com/Legion Go, empowering creators everywhere.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the new.
And today we're going to wrap everything up for a Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out with us today on a Share the Show Tuesday. Thank you for any way you may have shared the show. It's much appreciated. Before we get to these final dispatches, an email coming in from Chase saying, "Hey, Sean," to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, about DoorDash. I've done DoorDash and Uber Eats in between jobs a couple of times, including now after I got laid off. Oh, sorry to hear that, Chase. The driver who picked the order likely was multi-apping. That's what I was guessing. Or using both DoorDash and Uber Eats at the same time. Both apps will stack orders into multiple pickups and deliveries to try to make it efficient routes that can get covered for better. And some of the lowest in the country are here in Orlando. The driver likely had an extra couple pickups to wait for, but wasn't communicating that the order was stacked to you before you something like that.
Drop the ball.
I think it was something like that. Am I with you or no? You guys keep dropping out over there.
So do you.
Yeah.
You're having a little blippy kind of thing.
No.
The first blip sounded like you cursed. And, but it was funny, like you bleeped yourself. And then the other times, we just try to complete your sentences, which is a little tough.
No, he was talking about how it was probably this delivery driver stacking orders, which is definitely what happens and what happened there. I just don't like that. I don't think that you should pay $40 for some sort of fast food, and then when it arrives to you, it should be 27 minutes after they picked it up. No, thank you. Not for me.
Did the DoorDash app say that it was going to be there sooner?
It's a little tricky because we ordered through the Cava app, which I think outsources it.
Yeah, there's a couple places that do that. And they make it seem like it has nothing to do with DoorDash. And then all of a sudden it's like, connecting you to your DoorDash, even though they've already paid.
Pretty much my experience with Outback Steakhouse. And it can be hard for, if there's any issue with your order, because it's like outsourced in a weird way, but they don't actually have, like, I don't know how the apps work. It can be hard for a manager to fix anything.
Yeah, because they're not connected to the software that actually did the delivery.
And like we had an issue, and this poor guy ended up fixing our order and hand delivering it to our house, and we felt so bad. But it was like, what are we supposed to do?
Was he Australian?
He was not.
Oh.
Steaks.
Yeah. And you didn't get the bloomin' onion?
I get the stuff that they make with bloomin' onion. Like there's always every quarter. There's like some new thing that they've decided it's either a stoner in the kitchen or it's just Outback genius. But they go, hey, here's a protein that we haven't covered in our bloomin' onion breading and fried yet. And then you just go, all right, bloomin' shrimp, some bloomin' chickens. Let's just bloom everything.
Sounds good. I don't mind the bloomin'
stuff.
Dip
it in that same sauce.
Yeah, why not? All right, here we go. Let's do the final dispatches.
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one. Who knows?
To all the folks who are flying planes today, please try not to crash into other planes.
That's some good advice, Sean.
It's a tiny little tidbit from me to you. Try not to crash into other planes. Been a lot of that going around. Now, some people want to chime in on the USPS thing we were talking about, the United States Postal Service. Some of them striking. Not many of them, but just a handful. Here's Ryan. Hello?
How many of those USPS workers called into work to show up to the stupid whatever?
I don't know. You're saying you should have been working? Should have been working instead of protesting USPS.
Maybe it was a Sunday protest.
Buddy, I want to toss this your way, okay? Think about things in this way for just a second here. Imagine that for 1 month, you don't get anything from USPS. It's going to rock your world a little bit.
What about my junk mail?
It's going to rock your world a little bit. And the good stuff that they send you and the stuff that they partner with other people to send you, it's very valuable to you. You don't know it until it's gone away. So I like them. I like my USPS people. I think we could do better over there. I think we should put them on the track to trying to make money. A lot of times when stuff is public, it doesn't make any money. Look at Amtrak. Woo, buddy. See, Lane, can you look this up for me? How much money did Amtrak lose in 2024? Okay, that's our train system. In the United States of America, the greatest country on earth, all we have is Amtrak. It's embarrassing.
Now, I have 2023.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
that was called an improvement from the loss in 2022.
What did we lose in 2023?
In 2023, $757 million.
Whoa,
improvement from the $869 million loss in 2022.
It's not as much as the USPS, but they don't do as much as the USPS. They don't. They just drive some trains around.
Well, in 2024, it was only $705 million. So
if we could make all of those, like, I don't even want you to necessarily make a whole boatload of money. If you can, and all those, like, if the trains and the USPS and all those things can generate a little bit of money and be more efficient and use that to pay down our debt, that would be cool. But even if you just hit zero, striving for zero, try to do that. That would be very, very nice. Here's Smackerel talking about the same thing.
Hey, what's up, junkies?
Hey.
Sean, I disagree with you on the USPS.
Okay.
What you were saying about they're keeping the prices down, but UPS is able to pay their employees in the building $15 an hour and the drivers $40+ an hour and turn a profit being a private company. We don't run in the red. They run in the positive at all times. So maybe the post office needs to find a way to be more efficient, and they can turn a profit also. Just my opinion.
Okay, let's go deeper. Let's go deeper here, folks. Somebody look up 2023, because that's what I think we just used. 2023 UPS profits. See what the private side of this made. UPS private. CNJ Forge on YouTube says USPS works 7 days a week. They just don't deliver mail on Sundays, but they do deliver Amazon packages on Sundays.
Right. They say
UPS?
UPS generated close to $91 billion in revenue, had a net income of about $6.7 billion in 2023.
Okay, that's the net income. What was the profit or loss on that? It doesn't say?
Not on this little blurb.
Okay.
I can dig.
Look, just try 2023 UPS profit and see what comes up. Maybe that's what you search there. But that's what I want to see. And then I want to see how many UPS employees there are versus USPS. UPS, let me try this. UPS employees.
Oh, they're giving me all these numbers.
Versus USPS. And UPS, no, that's reviews. I don't care about that. They must have way more employees, I'm guessing, at the USPS would be just my guess there.
All right. In January of 2024, they posted their 4Q 2023 earnings.
Okay, Q4 earnings.
Consolidated operating profit was $2.5 billion, down 22.5% compared to the fourth quarter of 2022, and down 27.1%. Blah, 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 blah.
All right, so they were making money. They made $2 billion on the amount of income that they brought in. That's not bad. UPS, USPS, maybe they should be a little more competitive, but I don't think we should completely privatize it. I think it does hinge our current status on keeping that around. Right now, though, we'll take your dispatches. We'll play them tomorrow. Because right now we're doing Today Alert.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
All right, it's Today I Learned for a Tuesday, February 25th, 2025. Today I learned this video game.
Oh, Uncharted.
Dig. Minecraft. Minecraft is correct, yes. Minecraft was inspired by Infiniminer, a multiplayer block-based sandbox building and digging game that had its source code leaked and was discontinued, less than a month after its official release. Minecraft, for the record, has gone on to make billions and billions and billions of dollars.
All right, but what's the profit? I need you to Google Minecraft operating profit 2024.
$26 quadrillion.
That's a lot of money.
Crazy. Today, we're in Illinois. Toll roads were originally intended to collect tolls until the construction costs were paid off. The roads were constructed in 1953. Crazy. The tolls are still in place after all of that time. And what are you recording over there? You know,
who, me or him? Both
him.
Of us.
Oh, both of you recording? Come on. Crazy. I thought this was America. Don't hate it.
That's what all toll roads are supposed to do. That's the same promise that every toll road ever makes.
It's like saying you're going to get back in on a movie. You never do.
As soon as we finish this, Phil Collins.
That's right, Phil Collins, the guy from Genesis. Genesis' debut psychedelic rock album, From Genesis to Revelation, good name, was a huge flop.
Nice.
It sold only 650 copies, mainly because record stores incorrectly placed the album in their religious section, and they weren't really. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, the same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you tomorrow.